Reborn in Naruto as an Uchiha eat devil fruit at the beginning. In the 42nd year of Konoha in the land of fire, the residents of the Uchiha clan. My head hurts. Who am I? Zhao Huangguo? Uchiha Huangguo? A 6-year-old boy suddenly had a face full of pain, his veins were tense, and sweat covered his body, as if he would not survive in the next second. However, he struggled desperately but could not wake up. This state lasted for 7 or 8 minutes, and the man finally calmed down. But he woke up and stood up immediately, his face full of disbelief. I didn't expect that I would travel to this Hokage world. A member of the Uchiha clan, this identity is not bad at this time. At this moment, Uchiha Huangguo has awakened the memory of his previous life, but he can't remember how he died in his previous life. Fortunately, Zhao Huangguo in the previous life and Uchiha Huangguo in this life are both orphans, and there is no one who cares about them. It's good to get a second life. Uchiha Huangguo knows from the short 6 years of memory in this life that he lost his parents at the age of 1 and was adopted by the family orphanage. At the age of 3, he joined the Uchiha clan to learn to read and write and learn the knowledge of ninja. At the age of 4, he began to practice basic ninja physical skills and used medicinal baths to strengthen his physique. At the age of 5, he began to refine chakra, learn Uchiha throwing techniques and the most basic Uchiha swordsmanship. At the age of 6, he learned fire-style ninjutsu and 3-body technique. This is a necessary experience for Uchiha clan members. Of course, other ninja clans also do the same, which gives them more advantages over civilian ninjas. So the family is really good to the clan members. Even those clan members who cannot refine chakra and have no ninja qualifications will be taught other skills. Therefore, the Uchiha clan is extremely united, and there is really no discrimination against clan members who cannot refine chakra. You should know that there are many ordinary people in the Uchiha clan. Not only Uchiha, but also ninja clans in the ninja world are not all ninjas. Even with the Byakugan pupil technique that is so easy to awaken like Hyuga, there are many clan members who do not have ninja qualifications. Therefore, Uchiha Huangguo never saw Uchiha people look down on ordinary people. Of course, it is common for those with ninja talents to compete with each other and for the strong to mock the weak. And those who are brainwashed by the will of fire like Shisui and Itachi look down on people without the will of fire. Relatively speaking, the atmosphere of the Uchiha clan is very good, belonging to the category of healthy competition. This body has a good foundation. I have mastered the 3-body technique, Uchiha throwing, and Uchiha swordsmanship. It's just that the great fireball technique is not satisfactory, and I need to continue to practice. Uchiha Huangguo was quite satisfied with this, and thought of the Sharingan issue again, so he looked at the mirror in the room, but saw a Megatama with blood-red eyes. 1 Megatama Sharingan. Is this Sharingan? My memories of this life don't mention awakening the Sharingan. Advertisement. So is this Sharingan the one that was just opened? You have to know that just now when Uchiha Huangguo awakened his memories of his past life, his emotions did experience drastic fluctuations, so it is reasonable that he awakened the Sharingan. At this moment, Uchiha Huangguo was even more satisfied. He awakened the Sharingan at the age of 6, which can be said to be a gifted talent in the Uchiha clan. It seems that Uchiha Shisui also opened his eyes at the age of 6, and Uchiha Itachi opened his eyes at the age of 8. With such a Sharingan talent, he only needs to tell the family, and he will surely get the full support of the family. Previously, he was distracted by the memories of his past life and didn't pay attention. At this moment, Uchiha Huangguo also found that he could see more clearly, as if the time of everything around him had slowed down. This is the initial Sharingan insight. Then you can consider showing the Sharingan to get the family's resource support. Uchiha Huangguo thought so in his heart. Konoha has not experienced the Nine Tails rebellion yet, so Konoha did not suppress Uchiha so severely. Even Shimura Danzo knew that it was almost impossible to get a 6-year-old Uchiha who opened his eyes. In Uchiha Huangguo's memory, looking through the original drama's Root Ninja, he did not see any ninjas from the Uchiha and Hyuga clans. Shimura Danzo stubbornly believed that Uchiha was born evil and coveted the power of Sharingan. If he had such an Uchiha ninja under his command, he might dig out his eyes directly. Refer to Uchiha Shisui who was taken away with a Mangekyo Sharingan. 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen is likely to start talking, fooling with the village's righteousness of the will of fire, and winning over by various means. So Uchiha Huangguo believes that being cautious in the early stage can help him grow steadily. And after growing up, you can do whatever you want. Uchiha Huangguo recalled many experiences of Uchiha's predecessors who traveled through time, and he believed that the future was really stable. Then tomorrow I will go to the family training teacher to inform the Sharingan of the opening of the eyes, and strive for more ninja resources. What is this? At this moment, Uchiha Huangguo noticed the unknown fruit at the head of the bed from the corner of his eye. This fruit shape that has never appeared in the past life and this life, isn't it the devil fruit, a specialty of the pirate world? In order to confirm the authenticity of this devil fruit, the power of the Sharingan that had just opened its eyes was used. The shape and appearance of this devil fruit can be clearly seen. This should be the devil fruit of paramecia? I haven't seen any traces of this devil fruit from my memories of this life, so this devil fruit is my cheat? Uchiha Huangwo can be sure that this devil fruit has never appeared before, and it must have appeared after awakening the memories of the past life. I hope it's a powerful devil fruit. Thinking of this, Uchiha Huangwo took the devil fruit and bit it without much hesitation. Well, this indescribable taste is indeed a real devil fruit. Although it was extremely disgusting, he still ate it for the power of the devil fruit. In order to avoid the possibility of power loss, he ate the whole devil fruit. After a hideous face and silent nausea, Uchiha Huangwo also knew what kind of devil fruit this was. Paramecia hot fruit. It's still a hot fruit without side effects. This is indeed much worse than the Logia maramara fruit, or the devil fruit of the mythical beast species. But I feel that this hot fruit is unexpectedly compatible with fire-style ninjutsu. You should know that the nature transformation of the fire chakra is burning and high temperature. The higher the temperature, the stronger the fire-style ninjutsu. The heat fruit can easily increase the temperature, thereby enhancing the power of fire-style ninjutsu. It can be said that as long as the temperature is increased enough, it will be no problem to burn the Sage of Six Paths to death, right? At this moment, Uchiha Huangwo thought excitedly. Well, it not only increases the temperature of external objects, but also increases my own temperature. Then the heat fruit is 100 degrees Celsius. Huangwo's body was red, like a red-hot iron, and a little steam floated from his head. You should know that the normal temperature of humans is more than 30 degrees Celsius. Fever is not only a manifestation of illness, but also a high-temperature sterilization and disinfection procedure. And 100 degrees Celsius can kill many viruses and bacteria. So I can say goodbye to these minor illnesses in the future? That's good news indeed. Kuo could imagine that he could become the natural enemy of those masters of poison, such as San Shinobicho and those puppet ninjas, as well as the demigod Hanzo of the Salamander of the Rain Country. No matter how terrible the poison is, it can be killed by increasing the temperature. It seems that this devil fruit consumes physical strength. After maintaining the 100 degrees Celsius state for 7 or 8 minutes, Uchiha Huangwo obviously felt tired, but the chakra in his body did not decrease. Then the only thing that was reduced was physical strength. Then I must focus on practicing physical skills in the future. Thinking about his future plans, Uchiha Huangwo withdrew the power of the hot fruit, and the temperature of his body returned to normal. It was still late at night, and he was in the family orphanage. If he continued to try the power of the hot fruit, it would inevitably cause a big commotion. There was no rush to try it later. In the blink of an eye, the Sharingan of Omegatama was closed, and he turned around and continued to lie flat and meditate. Since you've eaten the hot fruit, there's no need to reveal your Sharingan talent to gain family resources. It's indeed a lot worse than those boastful Logia or mythical beasts, but it's not worse than the Sharingan, a bloodline limit. Uchiha Arakawa believes that if you want to gain cage-level power with the power of the Sharingan alone, you must use the Mangekyo Sharingan, and the Mangekyo Sharingan is too difficult to open. In addition, after opening the Mangekyo, if you use this eye technique, it will consume your eye power, and when the eye power is exhausted, you will face blindness. The power of the hot fruit does not have such obvious flaws. Uchiha Arakawa plans to focus on developing the power of the hot fruit and integrating it with fire-style ninjutsu to develop a more powerful power. Of course, this doesn't mean that he will give up Sharingan. It's just a matter of priorities, and the development of the power of the hot fruit will be the main focus. Uchiha Arakawa, who was thinking about the future, fell asleep again unconsciously, and woke up again in the early morning of the next day. After washing and getting dressed, Uchiha Arakawa walked out of the room. "Hey, Arakawa, you are out too, let's go together." Uchiha Arakawa looked and found that this person was Uchiha Obito, his neighbor. Apparently, this Uchiha Obito is also an orphan. Advertisement. Similar to Arakawa, young Obito could not take care of himself, so he entered the family orphanage. Of course, Uchiha Obito also learned to read and received ninja training since he was 3 years old. But compared to Arakawa's excellence, Obito is just a lot more ordinary. At this moment, facing Obito's invitation, Arakawa also nodded Kaido. "Well, let's go, Obito, let's go to eat first." At the time of eating, Uchiha Obito started the topic. "Hey, with my grades, I must go to ninja school. I envy Arakawa so much, I can stay in the family and continue to train." In response, Uchiha Arakawa naturally ate the food. "Family training, I haven't thought about it yet. What else do I need to think about? Of course I will stay in the family for training." Obito rolled his eyes speechlessly, thinking that Arakawa was just showing off silently at this moment. The knowledge taught in ninja school, chakra refining, 3-body technique, etc., are all taught in advance in family training. Going to ninja school to learn these knowledge again is useless and will only waste time. Family training will continue to teach more ninjutsu, and you can also perform family tasks in advance. Uchiha Arakawa just raised his eyebrows and didn't say anything else. Continuing to talk would only stimulate Obito's jealousy. But in his heart, he was secretly planning to go to ninja school. The children of the ninja clan are trained by their families since childhood. Some of these ninja clan children will enter ninja school, and the rest will continue to be trained by their families. These ninjas who continue to be trained by the family are all private soldiers of the family and will not be registered by Konoha. For example, at the moment of the Fourth Ninja World War, the Sarutobi clan sent thousands of ninjas. Obviously, Konoha could not register so many Sarutobi ninjas. Generally, the sons of the clan leader and some clan members will enter the ninja school and grow up with the civilian ninjas, showing that Konoha treats everyone equally. At least the superficial fairness is used to appease the civilian ninjas. Among the Uchiha clan members of the right age, Uchiha Obito has the worst training results, so of course he will be selected to study in the ninja school. And the advantage of continuing to be trained by the family is great. Whether it is ninjutsu or actual combat experience, as well as the use of Sharingan, they can all be well taught by the family. If I hadn't eaten the heat-hot fruit, continuing to be trained by the family would indeed be the first option. With my talent for opening the Sharingan, I will definitely get more family resources and grow as quickly as possible. However, I ate the heat-hot fruit and plan to develop the power of the heat-hot fruit first, so the support from the family is not so important. On the contrary, the family training will take up more time, which is not appropriate. If there is no heat-hot fruit, then family training is obviously better. But after eating the heat-hot fruit, Huang Huo also had many strange ideas, so the family training was slightly delayed. You must know that when completing the family training, you must also complete the family mission, which will waste a lot of time. Although the family mission will accumulate more ninja experience in advance. However, for Uchiha Huang Huo, those ninja experiences are not very useful, and it is still the most important to develop the power of the heat-hot fruit to enhance strength. At this moment, Uchiha Huang Huo has made a decision, and after eating with Obito, he went to the family training ground. Obito went to practice kunai throwing, while Arakawa came to an uninhabited place. Let's try the power of the heat-hot fruit to improve fire-style ninjutsu first. The normal temperature of fire-style ninjutsu is 300 degrees Celsius. The higher the temperature, the stronger the fire-style ninjutsu is, and the higher the understanding of fire-style ninjutsu is. The previous Arakawa's fire-style temperature was at most 150 degrees Celsius. Obito's was even lower, less than 100 degrees Celsius. Now that Uchiha Arakawa has eaten the heat-hot fruit, it should be able to release a fire style with sufficient temperature. I saw Arakawa condense chakra, complete the seal in about 2 seconds, and release the power of the heat-hot fruit. Fire style, great fireball technique. Boom! A great fireball with a diameter of more than 1 meter suddenly formed and rushed about 10 meters ahead. The temperature of more than 300 degrees Celsius burned everything, causing the earth to be scorched in an instant. Sure enough, this heat-hot fruit and fire style are really invincible. Very good, Huang Huo, your fire style great fireball technique is very well practiced. The temperature is enough, it has reached the standard, and the fire style released by ordinary ninjas is about the same temperature. It seems that you have been practicing seriously in private. At this moment, the family training teacher Uchiha Ming came over and praised. It's okay, I just suddenly realized a little last night and figured out some factors of the fire attribute chakra. Hearing Huang Huo's modesty, Uchiha Ming nodded and thought about it for a while. Sudden realization? Enlightenment? This is also your opportunity, Huang Huo. You should know that luck is also a part of strength. Then he commented again. Huang Huo, now the temperature of your great fireball technique is enough, but the time it can last, the size of the fireball, and the chakra consumed still need to be carefully controlled. He also explained several key points of the fire-style great fireball technique in detail. Uchiha Huang Huo listened, but in his heart he thought about and calculated the consumption of this fire-style ninjutsu. With my current strength, I can release 6 fire-style jutsu of this level. It seems that chakra consumes more now, while the stamina used by the heat-hot fruit is still sufficient. It's just that this traditional fire-style jutsu is really inefficient in killing enemies. Even if the hand seals reach the level of Uchiha Itaki who can make 6 seals per second, it can't be completely instantaneous, lacking a bit of flexibility. Of course, it's not just fire-style jutsu, most jutsu are like this. And Huang Huo also thought of the name of this fire style that doesn't kill. In the original Hokage drama, this fire-style jutsu seems to have never succeeded in killing the enemy, even the so-called inextinguishable Amaterasu fire only burned a few white zetsu. In the Hokage world, using fire-style jutsu against the enemy is enough to kill ninjas below the Jonin level. For Cage-level ninjas, the power of fire-style jutsu is not enough. So in Uchiha Huang Huo's previous life memory, many people jokingly called it the fire style that doesn't kill. This further strengthened Huang Huo's determination to develop the power of the heat fruit. After Uchiha Ming explained the knowledge points of fire style, he called everyone together, said some encouraging words, and announced the people who would go to the ninja school this time. so now it is certain that Obito will go to the ninja school to study. Besides this, who else will go to the ninja school? Advertisement. Everyone present naturally agreed with Obito's entry into the ninja school. You know, although Uchiha Obito participated in the clan training, he was too poor in ninja throwing, 3 body technique, and fire-style ninjutsu, and was undoubtedly the last in the clan class. Such results will naturally be selected by the clan members to study in the ninja school. At this moment, although Obito had expected it in his heart, he was still very disappointed. Uchiha Ming thought that no one would respond. The resources and teaching strength provided by the clan school and the ninja school are very different. I think no one would. Teacher, I want to go to the ninja school. No one? What, who wants to go? Uchiha Ming stared at Uchiha Huangguo with wide eyes. I thought I heard it wrong, but when I saw Huangguo's determined face, I frowned and asked, Huo, have you thought it through? Going to the ninja school is just a waste of time for you. The clan members present were all puzzled and shocked by such an incredible performance. And Obito grinned. Huo can't bear to see me go to the ninja school alone. He is really my best friend. If Uchiha Huangguo heard this, he would definitely scold me for thinking too much. Ming teacher, I want to go to the ninja school. Huo is still so determined. As I said before, if I hadn't eaten the heat-hot fruit, it would have been best to stay in the clan school. With the talent of Sharingan that Huang Huo opened at the age of 6, it would have been easy to obtain Jonin power and cage-level power by practicing the clan school step by step. After eating the heat-hot fruit, those family resources are not so important. It would be a waste of time to complete the clan school training step by step. Uchiha Ming was silent for a long time before nodding. Since you have decided to go to the ninja school, then it will be as you wish. I just hope Huang Huo won't regret it in the future. Of course, Uchiha Ming didn't say the latter sentence clearly. Uchiha Huang Huo felt a little relieved when he heard this. The reason why Huang Huo gave up the clan school training was not only because it would delay the development of the power of the heat-hot fruit, but also because he might face the risk of early death. You know, Huang Huo was planning to show Sharingan before. Such a talent would inevitably be watched by others, and he might be taken away by a wave of assassinations. Genius is just a genius. Konoha has never lacked geniuses, but very few of these geniuses grow into strong ones. So Huang Huo thought it was better to be cautious. Originally, Uchiha Huang Huo wanted to give up becoming a ninja. Of course, giving up ninja does not mean giving up practicing chakra. In Huang Huo's view, ninja is just a profession, chakra is power, and there is no absolute connection between pursuing power and becoming a ninja. It just so happens that giving up ninja can pursue power with peace of mind. However, Huang Huo seriously thought about many aspects and finally did not realize this plan, but he finally kept some thoughts in his heart. At this moment, the training teacher Uchiha Ming ordered the tribe to complete today's training and called Huang Huo and Obito away. Aruka, Obito, you are already 6 years old and will enter the ninja school in a few days. You can be said to have a certain ability to take care of yourself. It's time to return your parents' inheritance. Speaking of this, Obito, let's not talk about it. Aruka, are you really not going to seriously consider family training? Mora, why don't you talk about me? This obvious difference in treatment made Obito immediately dissatisfied. Don't underestimate the ninja school. You should know that many famous ninjas also graduated from ninja schools, such as Konoha Sunin and Konoha's White Fang. With my ninja talent, I will definitely be stronger than these people in the future. Looking at such a serious Obito, Uchiha Ming did not continue to attack, but just smiled perfunctorily and said, then, I look forward to the powerful ninja Obito in the future. Seeing Obito suddenly grinning when praised, Huang Huo thought to himself, to a certain extent, the future Obito is indeed very powerful. The second sage of 6 paths in the ninja world is not something that a so-called genius can do. At this moment, Huang Huo nodded with a firm face. Ming teacher, I have decided to go to the ninja school. Although the clan school is very good, I also have my own plans. It has to be like this. But Huang Huo can come to me if you encounter any problems, such as training problems. Thank you, Teacher Ming. Uchiha Ming took Huang Huo and Obito to receive their inheritance and went back to the training ground. Arakawa and Obito will report to the ninja school in 7 days, so they don't have to go to the training ground these days. The two received the inheritance and parted ways. Uchiha Arakawa received a big box and found the house left by his parents. The house looked a little run down, but it was quite large, and there was a small training ground, so he didn't have to go out for future training. This really suited Arakawa's heart. In this life, Arakawa's parents were Uchiha Kiyoshi and Uchiha Hana. His father Uchiha Kiyoshi was a jonin, and he opened the 3 Tomo Sharingan, and was good at fire style, Sharingan illusion, and Uchiha style swordsmanship. His mother Uchiha Hana was an elite shinin, and she opened the 2 Megatama Sharingan, and she was good at fire style, Sharingan illusion, and Uchiha style swordsmanship. Uchiha Hana also learned medical ninjutsu. Medical ninjutsu has little to do with chakra attributes. Take healing techniques as an example, which stimulates the patient's cells to accelerate cell division, thereby speeding up wound healing. Fire style Great Fireball technique and Great Fire Extinguishing, Healing Jutsu and Healing Jutsu, Sharingan Illusion Detailed Explanation, Magical Shackle Technique, Magical Mirror Heaven and Earth Turn, and Uchiha Style Sword Technique Detailed Explanation. Very good, this is the Scroll of Shadow Clone Technique. It seems that my parents left me a lot of inheritance. At this moment, Huang Huo happily opened the big box and saw so many ninjutsu scrolls, and also left the ninjutsu training experience of his parents. Originally, Uchiha Huang Huo was thinking about going to Uchiha Ming to learn Sharingan Illusion and Shadow Clone Technique in the future. Since his parents left the scrolls of related ninjutsu, there is no need to go to others. Although we haven't met, I am still very grateful to my parents. Huang Huo sighed in his heart and continued to search the big box. He also found 800,000 taels of small money and a good quality samurai sword. 800,000 ryo is indeed too little compared to the income of Jonin and Shinin, but the expenses of being a ninja are also high. Don't look at the ninja's mission, such as A-level mission, which is between hundreds of thousands of ryo and millions of ryo, but the expenses of ninja, such as kunao, shuriken, detonating talismans and other ninja tools, account for a large part. This also needs to calculate the share given to Konoha. Many ninjas earn little money, and they almost use it up to buy ninja tools and daily consumption. Advertisement. So it's good that my parents left 800,000 ryo for me. In short, Huang Huo is quite satisfied. He doesn't have to worry about small money in the short term and can concentrate on training. This samurai sword has some chakra metal added to it, which can smoothly transmit chakra. It is indeed not comparable to those well-known swords, but it is enough for me to use for a long time. You can look for the Kusanagi sword in the ninja world in the future. The Kusanagi sword used by Orochimaru and Sasuke in the original drama is very good. Huo Huang also found photos of his parents and finally knew what they looked like. He sighed that they were indeed worthy of being members of the Uchiha clan. The men were handsome and the women were beautiful. Uchiha Huang Huo inherited the advantages of their looks very well. Huang Huo sorted out his parents' inheritance, cleaned his house, and went to the family orphanage to take away his personal belongings. He also had lunch at the family orphanage. He took a nap peacefully and made a study plan for the future when he got up. Take advantage of these 7 days to first practice chakra control, climb trees, and tread water. Then learn Shadow Clone technique and let Shadow Clone go to ninja school instead. Then develop the power of the heat hot fruit, learn fire style ninjutsu and Uchiha style swordsmanship. Medical ninjutsu and sealing techniques must also be learned. It is also necessary to study the evolution of Sharingan and related illusions. In this way, Uchiha Huangguo wrote down the direction of learning and training for many years to come. Then, let's start with practicing chakra control today. Climbing trees and treading water are the initial methods of practicing chakra control that Huangguo knows, and they are also recognized methods by Konoha shinobi. Before lunch the next day, I just finished climbing trees and treading water. This is indeed much worse than those ninjas who are naturally good at controlling chakra, such as Harano Sakura, but it can also be called an excellent category. After climbing the tree and stepping on the water, Huang Huo released the ninjutsu, which was indeed much smoother and more powerful, as if the ninjutsu used in the past wasted too much chakra. Then, Huang Huo spent another day to practice Shadow Clone technique. However, with his current chakra amount, he can only release 2 Shadow Clone, and there is only 1 Shadow Clone that can be used for auxiliary training. After practicing Shadow Clone technique, Huang Huo immediately started to use Shadow Clone for auxiliary training. However, with Huang Huo's chakra amount and mental strength, 1 Shadow Clone is very tired, and more will definitely not be able to bear. Then Huang Huo did not develop the heat hot fruit immediately, but used the power of the heat hot fruit to complete the nature transformation of the fire attribute chakra. The remaining time strengthened what he had learned in the past: fire style ninjutsu, Uchiha style throwing and swordsmanship, and 3 body technique. It can be said that with the current strength, Huang Huo is already a qualified Konoha genin. 7 days later, Arakagi and Obito set off for Konoha shinobi school. This time they did not enroll immediately, but took the entrance examination first. As a child of the ninja clan, there is no need to complete the entrance examination, but in order to maintain superficial fairness, they complete this examination together with civilian children. The content of the examination is also very easy, just a physical test, and selection is based on running results. There is no doubt that Uchiha Huangguo completed the physical test and deliberately obtained the 9th place. Such a result is neither dazzling nor ignored. The first place is Heite Kakashi, who Huangguo is very familiar with. I don't know what happened at the moment of the examination. Obito's fate began to turn, and he met the love of his life, Nohara Linear. In the Hokage office, 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen took a few puffs of his pipe. Are there 2 Uchiha people coming to the ninja school this time? Uchiha Huangguo and Uchiha Obito. I hope the will of fire can lead these 2 Uchiha to the right path. What disappointed Sarutobi Hiruzen a little was that the most talented Uchiha of this class, Uchiha Taihuo, did not come to the ninja school. I am indeed greedy. I heard that Uchiha Urakage is also very good. Even the worst Uchiha Obito is much better than the civilian ninjas. The day after completing the assessment, Urakage came to the ninja school again in his original form. Thinking that the third Hokage will definitely come to preach the will of fire when he officially enters the school, it is better to be a little cautious. After listening to the long-winded will of fire, Uchiha Urakage frowned and thought, what's going on? Why does this third Hokage always look at me? Is he so concerned about me because of the identity of Uchiha? It seems that I need to be more cautious in the future. After the third Hokage finished his speech, Urakage followed everyone to the elite class. Most of the people in this class are people I know well. When Urakage observed the people in the class, he sighed in his heart. Heite Kakashi, Might Guy, Sarutobi Asuma, Shiranui Genma, Kato Shizun, Nohara Rin, etc. Except for a few civilian children, all of them are from the Konoha Shinobi clan. After the self-introduction, the first lesson of the ninja school was literacy. Huang Huo was a little surprised, but thought it was normal. The ninja can learn knowledge including ninjutsu in advance, but the common people can't learn in advance. So literacy is to take care of the common students. However, this is very boring for the ninja students. Looking around, most of the class was already drowsy, and the teacher was already accustomed to this, and only focused on those common students. Huang Huo was not idle either, and he reviewed the future study and exercise plan in his heart. After school, Obito, who was traveling with Huang Huo, complained, I didn't expect that the first day of school would be literacy, which is too boring. Huang Huo thought to himself, don't look at Obito so arrogant now. When those common students learn to read and refine chakra in the future, Obito will never be able to get rid of the name of the last one. Then Obito didn't know what he thought of, and he smiled foolishly. On the second day of formal enrollment, Uchiha Huang Huo went to the ninja school as Shadow Clone. Of course, Shadow Clone was not only there to be bored, but also to learn knowledge. As for Huang Huo's real body, of course he was training at home. Heat fruit, 1000 degrees Celsius. Advertisement. I saw Huang Huo holding the samurai sword in his right hand, the temperature rose, and the temperature of the samurai sword blade rose to 1000 degrees Celsius. The terrifying high temperature burned everything around. The blade cut through the air and the ground, with a sharp explosion sound and a terrifying tail flame, as if cutting tofu, it easily cut through the earth, formed a terrifying high-temperature fire knife. Such a temperature, and Huang Huo's strength, is enough to cut off most ninjas. However, after only 10 seconds, Huang Huo's physical strength was exhausted, and the temperature of his right hand and the blade slowly calmed down. 1000 degrees Celsius, this is the maximum temperature I can use now. Just 10 seconds, this is too short to maintain. After recovering his physical strength, Huang Huo continued to try various temperatures, heating himself or heating external objects. After training for a month, he can release various temperatures accurately and quickly. Shadow Clone in the ninja school learned the ninjutsu knowledge left by his parents, understood it and memorized it, and waited until he needed it when practicing related ninjutsu in the future. After initially mastering the power of the heat-hot fruit, Uchiha Urahashi planned to develop this power in depth. Referring to Raikage's lightning-style chakra mode, Urahashi easily practiced the fire chakra mode. Compared with the lightning chakra, the fire chakra is more difficult to control, and the temperature of the flame hurts others and oneself. In addition, the fire chakra does not have the same self-stimulating use as the lightning chakra, so the fire chakra mode is difficult. Of course, this is only for ordinary ninjas. The power of the heat-hot fruit can make Uchiha Urahashi not afraid of heat and can ignore the temperature damage of the flame, so he only needs to control the flame. After completing the fire chakra nature transformation, he can easily master the flame. Heat-hot fruit, 300 degrees Celsius, fire-style chakra mode. At this moment, Urahashi's body was red, and endless flames suddenly spread all over his body, as if the whole person was burning. Looking carefully, I found that the skin, hair, and clothes were all intact. It was like wearing a coat of flames. A flame of 300 degrees Celsius already has a great burning power. The temperature of ordinary fire style is more than 300 degrees Celsius. Such a high temperature increases the blood flow rate, increases the strength and speed, and can be compared with the body flicker technique, referred to Luffy's second gear power in the pirate world. Although the principle is slightly different, the power enhancement that can be formed is very similar. This mode can be maintained for 3 minutes. The longer it is heated, the shorter the time it can be maintained. Huang Huo tried the speed and power of fire-style chakra mode and found that every punch and kick showed terrifying power. Only the afterimage of the flame was vaguely seen between the actions. It is easy to kill the small fish like Genin and Shinin with one punch, even Jonin has the strength to fight. Killing the enemy with swordsmanship is more terrifying, but the consumption is also faster. This fire-style chakra mode is really terrifying, but the only limitation is the lack of physical strength. Then we need to find a way to strengthen our body. Although Uchiha Huangguo developed fire-style chakra mode easily, this is also the bonus of the power of the heat fruit. If ordinary fire-style ninjas want to learn this technique, how to control the temperature of the flame is a problem, and how to avoid the high temperature of the flame is another problem. After practicing fire-style chakra mode for 8 days, he perfected the corresponding details of this technique. He also developed many moves of fire-style chakra mode. How to strengthen the body, Uchiha Huangguo has thought of a way in his heart. It is in the Uchiha family's book collection place. Great, I finally found it. Uchiha Arakawa happily held a book, or to be more precise, a dusty diary. A diary of an Uchiha from the Sengoku era. Arakawa didn't care about the personal life of this Uchiha Zigwalin. What Arakawa cared about was that this diary recorded in detail a breathing method to practice. According to the diary, when this Uchiha Zigwalin was performing a ninja mission, he met a samurai named Kenshin. This samurai Kenshin can match the elite Chunin with pure breathing swordsmanship, and even Jonin will be killed if he is not careful. At that time, Uchiha Zigwalin was very happy and defeated this samurai Kenshin. He asked for Kenshin's breathing method with the power of 3 Tomo Sharinan. This Uchiha tribe member practiced this breathing method, but found that it was not very useful for the power of ninja. Well, it is not completely useless, but it must be practiced persistently before it can be used. However, for ninjas, learning the breathing method takes too long, and it is better to learn a few more powerful ninjutsu. So this breathing method was only recorded in Uchiha Zigwalin's diary. Now it was discovered by Uchiha Huangguo. After obtaining this breathing method, I can develop my own breathing method. In order to strengthen the body, I thought of the breathing method of Demon Slayer. I didn't read it carefully immediately, but went home with a few books. Today is the 10th day since Huangguo came to the family's book collection. These days, I have been looking for clues to the breathing method. Now, in addition to finding this breathing method that I have been thinking about, I have also found many books about medical ninjutsu such as herbal knowledge, detailed explanation of cells, etc., as well as sealing techniques. All these books are left for Huangguo's shadow clone to study in the ninja school. It is also good to master the theoretical knowledge of medical ninjutsu and sealing techniques first. The hiding place of this family is full of dust, as if no one has ever come to clean it. From now on, it can be known that Uchiha people don't like to read books and study. Huangguo inexplicably thought of the Uchiha clan training, which was also what he had experienced, learning to read at the age of 3 and learning knowledge related to ninjas. However, apart from ninja knowledge, Uchiha people will not take the initiative to learn other cultural knowledge. In other words, the Uchiha clan is not very cultured. Even Itachi and Shisui, who were later known as Uchiha geniuses, did not have much culture themselves. This is why they were easily brainwashed by the will of fire. It's terrible to be uncultured. It's not just the Uchiha clan. Most of the ninjas in the ninja world, including the Nara clan, which is famous for wisdom, don't pay much attention to knowledge other than ninjas. As for ninjas who value knowledge, Huangguo only thought of Orochimaru. Orochimaru, who is known to have mastered the core technology of the ninja world, wants to learn all knowledge. Uchiha Huangguo, who sighed in his heart, considered adding a cultural course to the clan training in the future. After all, the ninja world still speaks with strength. Even if a person with low strength says something wise, others will not pay attention. And for a person with strong strength, even if he says something unintentionally, others will try their best to understand. Advertisement. Now Huangguo's words are insignificant, and nothing he says will help. In short, there is still a long time before the Uchiha clan is exterminated, and Uchiha Huangguo has enough time to grow. The training ground of Huangguo's home. This samurai Kenshin's breathing method has been memorized and understood, so you can practice it. So Huangguo adjusted his breathing frequency and began to practice. It took about 3 hours to learn this breathing method. The rest of the day was spent on mastering this breathing method. After mastering this samurai Kenshin's breathing method, Huangguo found that such a pure samurai breathing method did not improve the strength of the ninja much. This level of bonus, except for the Grandmaster Swordsmanship Ninja, Ninjutsu, or Illusion-type ninja does not need to learn it. However, Huangguo will not underestimate the potential of the breathing method. You should know that the 7 days breathing developed by Sand Shinobi Shiro in the original Hokage drama is enough to compete with the power of 8 inner gates. The 7 days breathing explodes the lungs, and the power of 8 inner gates burns the heart, both of which are terrifying powers. Huangguo wants to develop a fire-attributed breathing method to strengthen the body in fire style. In the next 3 days, Huangguo continued to practice the breathing method of Samurai Kenshin to deepen his proficiency in breathing methods. This breathing method is almost mastered, so develop the breathing method you want. Uchiha Huangguo has the power of the heat fruit, which can sense the changes in body temperature 100%, just right for the development of breathing methods. At this moment, Huangguo slightly adjusted his breathing frequency, but there was no change. He continued to adjust his breathing frequency for more than 100 times, and finally made the fire attribute chakra work. That's the feeling, the body temperature has increased. Continue. Continue to change the breathing frequency. If the physical strength is exhausted, wait until it recovers and try again. After trying for more than 3 days, I finally found the best breathing frequency, which made the fire attribute chakra extremely active, and the speed and strength of the whole body were also strengthened. Since it is a breathing method that activates the fire attribute chakra, it is named fire breathing. Fire breathing, Uchiha style sword technique. I saw Uchiha Huangguo holding a samurai sword. His momentum suddenly increased. He took a deep breath, and the fire attribute chakra was extremely active. Before using the fire style chakra mode, the blade of the samurai sword was covered with a layer of flames. The flames of the sword in the sky can shatter everything in front of you. Very good, the fire breathing is done. In this fire breathing mode, my speed and strength increased by 10 times. The active fire attribute chakra makes my sword carry fire damage, which is enough to compare with the normal fire style power. The chakra consumed is not much, it can become a regular anti-enemy power. I can practice fire breathing, thanks to the power of the heat-hot fruit. Sense temperature changes and protect the lungs from damage. Otherwise, if an ordinary ninja wants to develop this technique from scratch, his lungs will be severely damaged. Then we need to observe whether the breathing of fire can strengthen the body. Thinking of this, Uchiha Huangguo tried his best to maintain the form of breathing of fire for the next 7 days. He found that it can indeed increase his physical fitness. It can be used as a means of fighting against the enemy, and it can also be used to train and strengthen the body's strength. Then we have to complete the full concentration breathing of the fire breathing. The so-called full concentration breathing is still the concept of Demon Slayer. That is, to maintain the state of breathing method all day long, which will test the lung capacity of Arakawa. So training lung capacity is an important step. In this regard, Arakawa thinks it is not difficult. You must know that fire-style ninjas use their mouths to release fire-style, which also tests lung capacity. Fire-style ninjas with more lung capacity can maintain fire-style ninjutsu for a longer time. It's just that there is no special training like Demon Slayer. Blow up the gourd? Prepare a batch of gourds first. The cautious Arakawa ordered Shadow Clone to buy a batch of gourds large enough after school and start training. It only took 1 day to blow up a gourd. Then he blew up 10 gourds in a row. That's it, it's not that difficult. At this moment, Arakawa smiled lightly and said that it was very easy. Then he started practicing full concentration breathing. Fire breathing. Let me see how long I can hold on. Huangguo entered the state of fire breathing, and the fire attribute chakra immediately became active. The temperature of the whole body gradually increased. After an hour, it felt like the lungs were about to explode. When it reached the limit, it exited the fire breathing mode. 1 hour? It's already very good to maintain the fire breathing mode for an hour for the first time. Then continue training. When the lungs calmed down, Huangguo entered the fire breathing mode again. After training like this for a week, it reached the 2-hour limit. I thought full concentration breathing would not be difficult, but I didn't expect that I haven't completed it for more than a week. What is the reason for this? Am I not practicing hard enough? Or is my understanding of fire breathing too low? Now Uchiha Huangguo has completely lost the sense of ease of blowing the gourd, and seriously thinks about how to quickly complete the practice of full concentration breathing. After careful consideration, Huangguo finally found the reason for the slow progress of full concentration breathing. The reason is that my physical fitness is too low. Even though people in the ninja world are generally better than those in the past, my 6-year-old body is still very weak. With the speed of strengthening the body with the fire breathing, it only takes 2 or 3 years to reach the level of completing the full concentration breathing. So do we have to wait 2 or 3 years? Huangguo fell into deep thought, thinking, is there no other way? It's okay to wait patiently, it will be 3 years at most. During this period, maybe I will have an epiphany and complete the full concentration breathing in advance. Maybe I don't have to wait so long. Maybe the power of the heat-hot fruit can still work. His eyes suddenly widened, and his face was thoughtful, but Huangguo thought of the power of the heat-hot fruit. When he thought of the moment of full concentration breathing, the lungs would be under great pressure, and the higher the pressure, the higher the temperature of the lungs would be. When it is so high that the human body cannot bear it, it is Huangguo's limit. The increase in lung temperature means exploding lungs. Advertisement. However, with the power of the heat-hot fruit, Huangguo only needs to heat up his lungs to the point where he can breathe with full concentration. Then he can maintain full concentration breathing, and when his physical fitness is strengthened and his lungs are strengthened to a sufficient strength, he can withdraw the power of the heat-hot fruit. This is a different way to speed up the practice of full concentration breathing. You can try it. Thinking of this, Uchiha Huangguo's mind moved slightly, and the power of the heat-hot fruit was released, and his lungs were heated to 39 degrees Celsius, and then he entered the mode of breathing fire. Heat to 1000 degrees Celsius for 10 seconds, heat to 300 degrees Celsius for 7 minutes, then heat to 39 degrees Celsius for a longer time. The breathing fire mode lasted for 1 hour, 2 hours, and reached the original limit time. Continue for 3 hours, 4 hours, and only after 10 hours did his physical strength run out, and he exited the breathing fire mode. Well, try the breathing fire without heating. After recovering his physical strength, Huang Huo did not use the power of the heat-hot fruit to heat his lungs. This time the limit time was 2 hours and 10 minutes. Well, my guess is correct. Using the power of the heat fruit can speed up training. In this way, after a month, Uchiha Huang Huo finally completed the full concentration breathing of fire breathing. You can do fire breathing all day long. At the same time, you can sense your own subtle conditions, and slight hemostasis can heal. Huang Huo also felt that chakra control has been strengthened a lot. Fire breathing, full concentration, one form, round dance. The breath is full of flames, and the blade carries high-temperature flames and slashes forward. Fire breathing, full concentration, Uchiha sword leaps in flame. Another terrifying flame sword slash. These days, Huang Huo not only concentrates on completing the full concentration breathing, but also reproduces the sun breathing moves in the Demon Slayer world in his mind. It is very appropriate to use fire breathing to release these moves. The power of the full concentration breathing moves is 10 times stronger than the normal state moves. Such a terrifying enhanced move can also be used as a regular move, which is really terrifying. Full concentration breathing also adds to fire-style chakra mode. Next, continue to strengthen the full concentration breathing and swordsmanship training. Not only the swordsmanship moves are important, the foundation of swordsmanship is also important. After just 4 months, Uchiha Urika's fire breathing has become instinctive, and his physical fitness and chakra have been greatly strengthened. Just talking about the chakra volume, it has reached 1 card. If Kakashi's adult chakra volume is 1 card, and 100 cards is the chakra volume of Uzumaki Naruto, it can be called 1 Ming. If the fire breathing is practiced like this, it is only a matter of time to achieve the chakra volume achievement of 1 Ming. At this moment, the elite class of Konoha Shinobi School is talking about it. Have you heard? Our class leader, Heite Kakashi, has applied for early graduation. He's graduating after only a few months in school? Is that true? Really? Heite Kakashi is indeed a genius. We ordinary people can't catch up with him. I'm not proficient in the 3-body technique, but others have already graduated. How can there be such a big gap between people? The whole class was full of praise and envy for Heite Kakashi. Uchiha Obito on the side gritted his teeth and whispered, "Damn Kakashi, he only knows how to show off." When he heard Nohara-Lin say that Kakashi was so amazing, he was even more envious and jealous, and said that he would definitely make Kakashi pay in the future. Sarutobi Asuma thought, with my strength, I should be able to graduate. I'll go back and talk to the old man. Shadow clone Huang Huo didn't care much. With Uchiha Huang Huo's current strength, even considering the suppression of Uchiha by the 3rd Hokage, it would be easy to graduate from the ninja school. However, the same thing is that the mission experience gained by graduating early and becoming a ninja is insignificant. Compared with this, improving strength is the most important thing. You must know that ninja school is the time when a ninja can study and exercise without distractions. In the future, if you are troubled, it will be difficult to have a similar good opportunity to study. Besides, if you want to accumulate ninja experience in advance, Uchiha Huang Huo might as well go to the family's clan school for training. The clan members who are trained in the clan school are the first to contact the family mission. If you give up the clan school, there is no need to say more about graduating from the ninja school in advance. So Shadow Clone Huang Huo didn't pay attention to this matter, but read the relevant books on medical ninjutsu carefully. Before school was over, the teacher took Heite Kakashi back to the elite class to say goodbye to the classmates. This was obviously a successful early graduation. The classmates expressed their envy and blessings. Among all the classmates, Obito's envious and jealous eyes were like substance, which made Heite Kakashi squint his dead fish eyes. Obito, this idiot is hopeless. Then he threw it aside. Might Guy, however, gave a thumbs up and shouted to Kakashi, "You are worthy of being my lifelong opponent. My youth is burning, and I will double my training from today." Looking at Might Guy's dazzling big white fang, Kakashi felt a chill in his heart. After school, Shadow Clone Huang Huo bought daily necessities and 10 live fish. From the moment the full concentration of breathing of fire was practiced, Uchiha Huang Huo's appetite increased by more than 10 times. This is also a good thing. An increase in appetite means that the body can absorb more nutrients, thereby strengthening physical fitness. It's just not good for Huang Huo's wallet. The 800,000 tael legacy, plus the orphan sponsorship from the family, could have easily been used to graduate from the ninja school. However, the increase in appetite now has increased the amount of money consumed, so the original abundant wallet is not enough. Uchiha Huang Huo also has some plans in mind. Shadow Clone returned home and received Shadow Clone's memory, and Uchiha Huang Huo knew about Kakashi's graduation. He didn't care much, picked up the 10 live fish and started practicing healing. Healing is a must-learn technique for medical ninjutsu. Learning medical ninjutsu is not only for the reserve of ninjutsu, but also for the exercise of chakra control. You must know that extremely subtle control of chakra is the key step to get started with medical ninjutsu. So Huangguo first took a live fish and beat it half to death, thinking back to the key points of the healing technique, and then performed this technique on the half-dead fish. Strengthen chakra control and stimulate the cells of the fish. Advertisement. You should know that Huangguo has completed the training of climbing trees and treading water, and has completed the mode of full concentration breathing. His chakra control is much stronger than many ninjas. However, it is difficult to practice healing with such chakra control. All the 10 live fish today failed. That's enough for today, and I will continue to buy fish tomorrow. After 3 days of healing practice, more than 100 live fish were used to practice healing. Huangguo's hands were glowing green, and he treated a small fish to death. It was not until the cells of the small fish were completely on fire and could no longer gather vitality that he rested. Very good, I have learned healing and so much medical knowledge, and this medical ninjutsu is considered to be the entry point. Then, keep up the good work and continue to learn healing jutsu. Compared with C-level healing, A-level healing jutsu requires more detailed chakra control and has certain requirements for the amount of chakra. Now, Huangguo has a full chakra of 1 card, which is more than enough for practicing healing jutsu. He just changed the treatment target from live fish to rabbits. After eating rabbits for 6 days, about 300 rabbits, Huangguo finally completed the practice of healing jutsu. Even if the practice of medical ninjutsu comes to an end, the remaining medical ninjutsu cannot be obtained. He must learn enough medical knowledge first. After learning medical ninjutsu, Huangguo's chakra control has been strengthened too much. When releasing ninjutsu again, less chakra is used, and the power of ninjutsu is stronger. Then we have to learn sealing techniques next. Although sealing techniques are not well known in the ninja world today, there are very few ninjas who actively learn sealing techniques. However, from Huangguo's point of view, the upper limit of sealing techniques is extremely high. If you have a sufficient understanding of sealing techniques and have a sufficient level of sealing techniques, then you can really seal everything. You can combine the sealing technique with the power of the heat-hot fruit, which may have subtle benefits. Don't think about these for now, learn the fire sealing seal first. Huangguo found a lot of theoretical knowledge of the sealing technique from the family's book collection, and also found 2 sealing techniques, the fire sealing seal and the object sealing seal. Sealing techniques also require a certain level of chakra control. The reason why I learned medical ninjutsu first was to exercise chakra control. After buying 10 blank scrolls, Huangguo concentrated and held his breath, and began to carve the character patterns of the fire sealing seal. With Huangguo's current chakra control, it is not difficult. After the carving was completed, Huangguo clenched his left hand into a claw, and the power of the heat-hot fruit was slightly activated, and a ball of flame appeared out of thin air. Then the fire sealing seal. Seal it for me. Huangguo made a seal and successfully sealed the ball of flame into this blank scroll. Done. This fire seal isn't that difficult. Of course, this is only because Huangguo first learned a lot of theoretical knowledge of the seal technique, and his chakra control was sufficient to meet the conditions for releasing the seal technique, so he could succeed in one go. The subsequent seal of sealing objects was also easily practiced. Even after practicing the fire seal and the seal of sealing objects, Huangguo continued to strengthen his practice and used up the blank scrolls he bought. He continued to try to seal the flames and objects into other objects. Let's practice the seal technique like this first, and then go to the family's book collection to see if we can find more seal techniques. In fact, Huangguo also thought of going to Uchiha Ming teacher to ask for more knowledge of the seal technique. However, for an Uchiha, learning some sealing technique instead of fire-style ninjutsu should be considered as not doing his job properly. I believe that Uchiha Ming teacher will do his best to persuade Arakawa. If Arakawa wants to explain clearly, he must show some strength. It is not good to cause trouble. Arakawa does not want to put the risk of exposure on others. In this way, another 8 months passed, and it was the 43rd year of Konoha. After 8 months of full concentration breathing of fire breathing, Uchiha Arakawa's physical fitness continued to strengthen, and the amount of chakra reached 3 calories. The limit temperature of the power of the heat fruit reached 1800 degrees Celsius. As a result, the power of fire breathing and fire-style chakra mode became stronger. The corresponding moves developed were used more skillfully. At this moment, the news came that the genius ninja Heite Kakashi was promoted to Chunin, which made Uchiha Obito even more envious and jealous. Arakawa said that he would ignore it. When Heite Kakashi graduated from the ninja school, the head of this elite class became a member of the Hyaga branch house named Hyaga Fuyako. Uchiha Arakashi still maintained his excellent but not dazzling performance. It was just that the training of the full concentration breathing of the breath of fire deepened, and Arakashi's appetite increased further. Now he can eat several times more than before. If it will continue to increase, then Arakashi's wallet will not last long. A solution must be sought. However, Arakashi did not want to graduate early, so he thought of the research of edible ninja beasts. Ninja beasts are extremely precious in the ninja world and can become the combat partners of ninjas. If an ordinary ninja finds a ninja beast and contracts it, then his strength will be greatly enhanced. So there has never been anyone who treats ninja beasts as food. Ninja beasts have chakra in their bodies, and they must provide more and better energy than ordinary ninja beasts. This is what Urakashi thought, referring to the sea kings in the pirate world and the delicious ingredients in the gourmet world. Since we want to study edible ninja beasts, we need to have the initial materials, so Huang Huo turned his attention to the death forest. Fortunately, the increase in chakra and physical fitness allowed Huang Huo to summon 3 shadow clone to assist in training. Shadow clone training method: although chakra and body meet the requirements, the mental strength is still not enough, and it is impossible to assist thousands of shadow clone like Uzumaki Naruto. So one shadow clone went to the ninja school to study, one shadow clone followed the main body to train, and the third shadow clone was sent to the death forest to find suitable ninja beast materials. In this way, it was the 44th year of Konoha, and Uchiha Huang Huo was 8 years old. The power of the heat-hot fruit reached 2400 degrees Celsius, and he also vaguely discovered some of the true meaning of the knowledge of sealing techniques. He has 6 cards of chakra. Finally, he found some wild boars, snakes, ducks, etc. that contain chakra in the death forest. Although these ninja beasts do not contain much chakra and do not have much wisdom, they are stronger than ordinary beasts and can be barely classified as ninja beasts. Fortunately, they do not have much wisdom. Otherwise, I would feel uneasy if I ate them. After eating a few ninja beasts, I found that they indeed provided better energy than ordinary beasts. Advertisement. There are also benefits of increasing body and chakra. Although they are subtle and not much, they will never be ignored after accumulating over time. After determining the benefits of edible ninja beasts, Uchiha Huang Huo's next step is to select excellent varieties for targeted breeding. This is a tedious but indispensable step. For this reason, Huang Huo considered many aspects and selected ducks as the target. Those ninja beasts such as wild boars and snakes became several meals on the plate. After selecting and breeding, using medical ninjutsu to stimulate the cells of ninja beasts to accelerate growth, an excellent variety was finally determined at the end of the year. The selected ducks can be slaughtered in just 2 months with enough feed. In this way, the growth rate is fast enough, and the chakra contained is not low, so the edible value is very good. If stimulated by medical ninjutsu, the growth can be accelerated and it can be eaten in just 10 days. However, such a forced way of accelerating growth will reduce the nutritional value of ducks a lot. Another major event happened this year, that is, Konoha's White Fang's suicide. However, Uchiha Huang Huo was obsessed with research and training and didn't care much. He didn't have a good relationship with Kakashi, or it should be said that Huang Huo didn't have a good relationship with anyone, so he didn't go to see Kakashi. I just heard from Obito that he and some people such as Nohara Rin and Might Guy went to see Kakashi. He said that Kakashi's temper had become bad, and he was cold to everyone. By the end of March in the 45th year of Konoha, Uchiha Huang Huo had cultivated more than 600 edible ninja ducks, which had already formed a certain scale. From then on, there was no shortage of food, and only 3 ducks were needed for each meal to meet the needs of the body. However, the training ground of Huang Huo's house had been occupied by these ducks, and there was no more place for Huang Huo to practice. When practicing the sword art of breathing fire, he accidentally killed 10 ducks. Although it was insignificant, it also showed that the problem must be solved. Raising these 600 ducks is the limit for me alone. If there are more ducks, I won't even have a place to sleep. You can consider letting the family participate in raising ducks. This is also Uchiha Huang Huo's return to the family. You know, since Huang Huo traveled through time, he has enjoyed the care of the family. If he traveled to Konoha orphans, let alone care, he might be selected to join the Root Ninja. Don't even think about the inheritance of his parents. How could it be possible that Konoha didn't take away most of it? However, the Uchiha clan returned all the inheritance of his parents to Huang Huo. Huang Huo thought that he was not an ungrateful person like Itachi, and it was natural for him to think about repaying the family. So should we go find the clan leader? Or the great elder? The Uchiha clan also has a branch house, but it's not as distinct as the Hyuga branch house. And Uchiha Huang Huo is a member of the branch house of the great elder Uchiha Yunlong, but the blood relationship is too distant. The clan leader Uchiha Fugaku left a very bad impression on Huang Huo. As the head of the clan, this person has great ambitions but little talent and lacks courage and strategy. He is unable to unify the thoughts and strength of the Uchiha clan. He always compromises with the Hokage line, retreats again and again, and finally leaves the Uchiha clan with no way to retreat. If you can't teach your children well, you can't save your family. Huang Huo thought that Uchiha Fugaku was a qualified ninja, but not a qualified clan leader. So at this moment, he gave up looking for the clan leader first, and went to find the great elder Uchiha Yunlong. The great elder Uchiha Yunlong belonged to the Hawk faction of Uchiha, a stubborn element recognized by the Hokage system, and a clan member who was recognized by Itaki and Shisui as too narrow-minded. However, Uchiha Yunlong just lacked means and strength, and he was really kind to the Uchiha clan from the bottom of his heart, and wanted to see Uchiha shine again. With this plan, Uchiha Huang Huo brought a duck and the written edible ninja beast training process, and came to the house of the great elder Uchiha Yunlong. It was not difficult to get an audience with the great elder. Uchiha Huang Huo, if I remember correctly, you are an outstanding member of the clan who took the initiative to go to the ninja school. What's wrong? Do you think the ninja school is too boring and want to go back to the clan school? You also brought a gift, a duck? Uchiha Yunlong laughed and said that it was not necessary. As the Uchiha elder, it was natural for him to seek benefits for the clan members. The elder misunderstood. It's okay to stay in the ninja school. This time I came to the elder just to give this duck. I think this duck is related to the future of Uchiha. Seeing such a calm Uchiha Huang Huo, Uchiha Yunlong was indeed interested. A duck is related to the future of Uchiha? Then I have to listen carefully. And Uchiha Huang Huo was not vague, and handed the written summary of the edible ninja beast process to Uchiha Yunlong. It tells the conjecture, attempt, and goal achievement of edible ninja beasts. It tells the strengthening of these ninja beasts on the body and chakra. Uchiha Yunlong listened to these words, and his original smile disappeared long ago. He read Huang Huo's summary with a serious face. Huang Huo, did this duck really meet expectations? I personally ate duck for 3 months, and my chakra did increase a lot. Although the increase in each meal is small, it is very considerable when accumulated, Uchiha Huang Huo said very firmly. Uchiha Yunlong mentioned this duck, and the next second he had already opened the Sharingan. With the insight of 3 Tomo Sharingan, it can indeed be found that this duck has chakra. Edible ninja beast, what a wonderful idea. Uchiha Yunlong praised so much, and then summoned his confidants to find the chief and the remaining family elders for a meeting. About half an hour later, the chief Uchiha Fugaku, the second elder Uchiha Doan, the third elder Uchiha Yaoxin and the fourth elder Uchiha Matsu came to the house of the great elder Uchiha Yunlong. After dismissing the irrelevant people, Uchiha Yunlong summarized the process of edible ninja beasts and asked the people present to watch it in turn. Then he asked Uchiha Huang Huo to tell it again. Huang Huo was not panicked at all and took it calmly. Uchiha Yaoxin belonged to the Do faction of the family, while Uchiha Doan and Uchiha Matsu were neutral. Advertisement. At this moment, Uchiha Yaoxin said in admiration, edible ninja beasts, what an unexpected idea, and it has been realized. Uchiha Doan was surprised and happy. Who would have thought that ninja beasts could be eaten? You know, ninjas usually want to make a contract when they see a ninja beast, and they don't have time to protect it, so how could they eat it? The only female elder, Uchiha Matsu, praised researching edible ninja beasts. Uchiha Huang Huo, you are the hero of the family. The clan leader Uchiha Fugaku was initially suspicious, but also said edible ninja beasts, the family must increase the breeding efforts, and strive to let every member of the clan eat this ninja beast duck. In his heart, he thought, Uchiha Huang Huo, this is not the clan member who took the initiative to enter the ninja school, and he didn't expect to show such an excellent research talent. Such a research talent, even if the strength is not enough, it is more precious to the Uchiha clan. Uchiha Fugaku believes that Uchiha has never lacked strong people, but lacks people with such research talents. Then the clan leader Fugaku and several elders discussed how to breed ninja beast ducks. It was decided to select a ninja duck breeding base next to the clan training ground, with the great elder Uchiha Yunlong as the main person in charge, and select suitable clan members as breeding workers. Then the ninja duck brought by Uchiha Huang Huo was made into a dish. The clan leader Uchiha Fugaku and several elders were asked to try the taste of this ninja. The great elder Uchiha Yunlong said that he had lived for so long and had never tasted the taste of ninja. After eating the duck, the clan leader Fugaku and several elders suddenly widened their eyes, and several pairs of Sharingan appeared at the same time. Uchiha Yunlong said in surprise, what's going on? This ninja duck? Uchiha Matsu also said in surprise, why do I feel that the old injuries on my body have healed a lot? Can this ninja also heal old injuries? You must know that the clan leader and elders are all ninjas who have been on the battlefield for a long time. It can be said that from childhood to adulthood, since the refining of chakra, their bodies have experienced countless hidden injuries. There is no effect when you are young, but the older you get, the more serious the impact of these hidden injuries on your body. Many ninjas live to old age and suffer from hidden injuries all the time. However, eating this ninja beast duck actually made these hidden injuries much better. Perhaps eating more ninja beast duck can completely repair hidden injuries. Repair old injuries? Does ninja beast duck have this function? Uchiha Huang Huo was puzzled. If it really has this function, why didn't he find it? Uchiha Yunlong looked very comfortable. He fought with several people for the remaining duck meat. After eating it all, he noticed Huang Guo's puzzled expression and smiled. Huo, you are still too young, your body is still in the growth stage, and you haven't experienced life and death battles, so of course your body has no hidden injuries. Even if you are injured, you will recover quickly at this age, so you don't feel anything after eating the ninja duck. However, a body like mine that has experienced countless bloody battles will inevitably have countless hidden injuries, and it will be much easier to recover from a few hidden injuries. In this case, Huang Guo's contribution is greater, so how should I reward him? The clan leader and elders discussed this seriously. In the end, Uchiha Fugaku announced, reward Uchiha Huang Guo with 10 million taels, 3 A-level ninjutsu of their choice, and 1 S-level ninjutsu of their choice. Uchiha Huang Guo also asked to leave 100 ninja ducks. After all, it will take some time for the family to raise ninja ducks to form a sufficient scale. During this period, Huang Guo didn't want to run out of ninja ducks. In this regard, Uchiha Yunlong decisively agreed, and the clan leader Uchiha Fugaku hesitated a little but agreed. The meeting ended, and the clan leader and several elders left. It was agreed that at the Uchiha clan meeting 3 days later, a reward of 10 million taels would be given to Huang Huo, and Huang Huo had no objection to this, as he would not be short of money in the short term. Huo, this is the list of family ninjutsu, 1 S-level ninjutsu, 3 A-level ninjutsu, choose carefully. Thinking, is the reward going to be given out now? Holding the list of family ninjutsu, Uchiha Huang Huo observed carefully. Not only fire style, but also lightning style, water style, wind style, earth style, and other levels of ninjutsu. There are also many high-level illusions, but I didn't see Sharingan secrets such as Izanagi and Izanami. Medical ninjutsu is quite complete, including healing jutsu, chakra scalpel, yinzhangyumi, etc. Sealing techniques are much less, but if you think about it carefully, I don't lack attack methods now. I can use fire style great fireball technique and Hawo extinguish, and I don't need this fire style as the main method, so there is no need to learn a new fire style. Sharingan illusions, the detailed explanation of the notes left by my father is enough. So the goal is medical ninjutsu and sealing techniques? So Huang Guo focused on looking at medical ninjutsu and sealing techniques, and thought carefully about the ninjutsu he had decided to exchange. A-level medical ninjutsu yinzhangyumi, A-level chakra scalpel, and B-level fine injury extraction technique. Grand Elder, can S-level ninjutsu be replaced with detailed explanation of sealing techniques? Uchiha Yunlong was surprised by the ninjutsu selected by Huang Guo. Medical ninjutsu and sealing techniques? Does Huang Guo want to change his job to become a medical ninja? Well, medical ninjutsu and sealing techniques are indeed very helpful for research. 2 A-level ninjutsu and 1 B-level ninjutsu, this decision is good, but it does not have to be limited to A-level ninjutsu. Want the knowledge of sealing techniques? Of course, no problem. Uchiha Yunlong decisively agreed to this. He ordered his trusted clansmen to find the ninjutsu and knowledge that Huang Guo needed. During this period, the great elder Uchiha Yunlong suddenly thought of something. Aruka, it should be the ninja school period now, right? Are you skipping classes? I used Shadow Clone to go to ninja school instead, so it doesn't count as skipping classes. Shadow Clone? Hearing this, Uchiha Yunlong couldn't help but open Sharingan again to observe, and unexpectedly found that Uchiha Aruka had a strong amount of chakra in his body. Such a chakra amount is comparable to that of Jonin. Aruka, I didn't expect you to hide it so deeply. Although Sharingan doesn't have the power of perspective like the Byakugan, its insight is still very strong, and it's easy to just sense a person's chakra. Since the ninja school courses are too boring, why don't you graduate early or return to the clan school? In response, Uchiha Aruka only said that he had his own plans, and the elder didn't delve into it. It means that the ideas of geniuses are indeed difficult for ordinary people to understand. Advertisement. After a while, Uchiha Yunlong handed several ninjutsu scrolls to Uchiha Aruka. Arakawa, what do you think of Uchiha and Konoha? Uchiha is Konoha's Uchiha, but without Uchiha, there would be no Uchiha Arakawa. These words satisfied Uchiha Yunlong, and he obviously stood on the side of Uchiha. Then the great elder said that he could come to him if he encountered any problems in the future. That afternoon, the great elder Uchiha Yunlong sent people to take away more than 500 ninja beast ducks, leaving 100 for Arakawa. And Uchiha Arakawa got the required ninjutsu and practiced yinzhangyumi on the same day. Arakawa has no lack of chakra control, and the full concentration breathing mode of fire breathing will also restore injuries to a certain extent, which makes it easier to learn the A-level ninjutsu yinzhangyumi. It's just that stimulating other people's chakra is changed to stimulating one's own chakra. As a result, Arakawa's ability to bear injuries has been greatly enhanced. Then he continued to learn the A-level medical ninjutsu chakra scalpel, but by the time the clan meeting was held, he had only just started. At the Uchiha clan meeting, clan leader Uchiha Fugaku once again praised Uchiha Huang Guo for his research spirit for the clan. This edible ninja beast won praise from all the clan members present. A small sum of 10 million taels was also obtained. After that day, Uchiha quickly established a breeding farm for ninja beast ducks and recruited suitable Uchiha clan members. Uchiha Huangwo also sent a shadow clone to teach the methods and experience of breeding ninja beast ducks. And how could Konoha ignore such a big action of the Uchiha clan? Using various means to investigate, even if the great elder Uchiha Yunlong wanted to hide completely, Sarutobi Hiruzen and Shimura Danzo had strong means, and met the clan leader Uchiha Fugaku, who was willing to compromise. When the first batch of 3,000 ninja beast ducks were released 2 months later, the third Hokage finally knew a lot of information about the edible ninja beast. At this moment, Sarutobi Hiruzen, Shimura Danzo, Mito Kato Homura and Uchiha Kohara gathered in the Hokage's office. There were 2 documents on Sarutobi Hiruzen's desk. The first one was the general information of the edible ninja duck, and the second one was the superficial information of Uchiha Wildfire. Edible ninja, this is really amazing research. Uchiha Wildfire, I thought it was just an excellent Uchiha clan member, but I didn't expect that he would have such a powerful research talent. It's a pity that this person's fire will is not enough. Uchiha Wildfire's fire will course results are only qualified, and it is still on the edge of passing or failing. Such a poor fire will made Sarutobi Hiruzen not very satisfied. Mito Kato Homura pushed his glasses. Hiruzen, the breeding method of this edible ninja beast must not be mastered by the Uchiha clan alone. According to the information, this edible ninja duck can actually enhance chakra and body, and can also repair hidden injuries in the body, which is very scary. As the Minister of Finance of Konoha, Mito Kato Homura knew in his heart how terrifying the profits that these edible ninja beasts could create would be. With such profits, Konoha must get involved. Uchiha Kohara said calmly, "It's too easy to say, this is the industry of the Uchiha clan, and Konoha has never seized the ninja clan's industry. If the Uchiha clan's edible ninja beast breeding is seized, it is equivalent to opening a way to seize the ninja clan's industry. Such an approach will inevitably make the Konoha shinobi clan tremble with fear. These ninja clans will inevitably worry about similar trends happening to them." Hearing this, Mito Kato Homura's excitement cooled down a little. Sarutobi Hiruzen also shook his head immediately. Konoha will never seize the ninja industry, not before, and not in the future. You can discuss with Uchiha and let Konoha also invest in the breeding farm of edible ninja beasts. I think Uchiha Fugaku will not be that kind of unreasonable ninja. Then, he thought of Orochimaru's research talent. In addition, Konoha can also study the cultivation and breeding of edible ninja beasts. With the 9-year-old Uchiha Huangwo, it must be Orochimaru's research talent. It is not difficult to develop similar edible ninja beasts. Although Mito Kato Homura was still inexplicably unwilling, he knew that he could not really seize the ninja industry. Then we will do 2 things at once. On the one hand, we will discuss with Uchiha, and on the other hand, we will form a team to research edible ninja beasts. Sarutobi Hiruzen said with finality, "Okay, then Orochimaru will be in charge of the research team for edible ninja beasts." The ninja world has become increasingly unstable recently. I hope Orochimaru can complete this research as soon as possible. The silent Shimura Danzo also thought of researching edible ninja beasts belonging to the root ninja. Since Uchiha Huangwo, a 9-year-old ninja school student, can research edible ninja beasts, there is no reason why the root ninja with more resources cannot do research. It's just a pity that Orochimaru was booked by Sarutobi Hiruzen first. Well, I remember that Yakushi Nano has a good talent for medical ninjutsu, and can be responsible for the research of edible ninja beasts. Originally, Shimura Danzo also planned to let Yakushi Nano continue to perform spy missions. The Walking Maiko, such a code name, shows that Yakushi Nano's intelligence acquisition ability is powerful. However, now something more important has emerged, and the acquisition of intelligence can be put aside for a while. As for Uchiha Wildfire, Shimura Danzo only knows about the excellent Uchiha people, but not the top talents. In addition, there are no Uchiha ninjas among the root ninjas, so Shimura Danzo doesn't think much about it. When the genius ninja Heide Kakashi graduated early, Shimura Danzo wanted this person very much, and he performed a wave of monkey fire with Sarutobi Hiruzen, but he didn't achieve his goal. Orochimaru received instructions from the third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen and was also surprised by the appearance of edible ninja beasts. Uchiha Wildfire, this kind of research talent is rare. Orochimaru expressed his interest in Uchiha Wildfire. After several rounds of discussions between the third Hokage and Uchiha Fugaku finally toughened up a little, saying that the ninja beast duck belongs to the Uchiha industry and will not be involved by anyone. This is also a test of the charm of the ninja duck. The Uchiha clan is unprecedentedly united. Whether it is the hawks, doves, or neutral clansmen, they all think that the ninja duck is an important industry of the family and will never allow outsiders to interfere. In the end, the third Hokage can buy a batch of ninja ducks from the Uchiha clan as the ending. Presumably, before the research of edible ninja beasts belonging to Konoha is successful, the Uchiha clan will make a lot of money. So it was the 46th year of Konoha. The price of food in the ninja world rose, and the price of ninja tools such as kunao shuriken rose. the ninja villages were still desperately buying these supplies. The situation in the ninja world became more uneasy, and anyone with a discerning eye could see that a new war was coming. Advertisement. In order to cope with the increasingly unstable situation in the ninja world, Kana had decided to allow students in the 4th grade of ninja school to graduate early if they passed the assessment. At this moment, Uchiha Huangwo is 10 years old, the chakra has reached 16 calories, and the heat hot fruit has developed to 3500 degrees Celsius. Develop 3000 degrees Celsius fire style armor mode based on fire style chakra mode. However, compared with fire style chakra mode, fire style armor mode can be maintained for too short a time, and will exhaust physical strength in about 3 minutes. The corresponding moves are strengthened accordingly. Learned A-level ninjutsu chakra scalpel and B-level ninjutsu scalpel technique, so he can be called a qualified medical ninja. Learned many basic sealing techniques, studied the knowledge of sealing techniques, and discovered the essence of sealing techniques. It turns out that this sealing technique is related to ninjutsu hand seals. The 9 basic hand seals of ninjutsu also have corresponding 9 characters and sealing techniques. The combination and changes of these 9 characters, combined with the 4 symbols 8 trigrams, form thousands of sealing techniques. Mastering the meaning of these 9 characters and how to combine them reasonably, you can master the sealing techniques of the entire ninja world to a certain extent. In the past, ninjas learned sealing techniques by just memorizing the patterns of characters, and there were few people who understood the sealing techniques from the root. This does not mean that these sealing techniques in the ninja world are unimportant, but it is easier to learn these sealing techniques after mastering the 9 characters, and it is also possible to learn them instantly. Uchiha Huangwo also created many terrifying secret techniques with the power of the heat-hot fruit, fire-style ninjutsu and sealing techniques, including secret techniques from the ninjutsu side and the technology side. By the way, he also learned Raiznan. Uchiha Huangwo is quite satisfied with the training since entering the ninja school. With such strength, he thinks he is a cage-level combat force, but it is hard to say how much strength he can exert due to the lack of experience. He also neglected the development of Sharinan a little. He learned all the Sharinan secret techniques such as Sharinan illusion, magic shackle technique and magic mirror heaven and earth turn. However, Sharinan has only evolved to 2 Megatama. During this period, I have focused on studying Sharinan. The evolution of Sharinan is also the evolution of pupil power, and Sharinan pupil power is related to the strength of mental power. Although Sharinan pupil power is not entirely mental power, the strengthening of mental power can also strengthen pupil power. In addition, Huangwo knows that Sharinan pupil power is a manifestation of Yin-Dan. Yin-Dan represents mental power, and its limit is from nothing to something, creating form from nothing. So if you want to improve Sharinan pupil power, then cultivating mental power is the right thing to do. Uchiha Huangwo has recently focused on collecting knowledge about cultivating mental power, but he has found nothing after searching through the family's book collection. He also asked the great elder Uchiha Yunlong about Sharinan. However, Uchiha Yunlong just proudly showed the 3 Tomo Sharinan. Sharinan requires a certain amount of talent to open, and it also needs to go through the test of blood and fire. Huangwo, don't be too anxious to open your eyes. You will know what's going on when you open Sharinan. Such a statement would not give Uchiha Urakashi any reference. He did not intend to tell others that he had already opened his eyes. His research on the edible ninja duck was enough to attract attention. If he showed the Sharinan, he would definitely become a thorn in the eyes of some people. This approach would violate Urakashi's prudent plan. At this moment, Uchiha Urakashi easily completed the graduation examination of the ninja school. It was just the 3-body technique, which was really not difficult. After receiving the Konoha Shinobi Forehead Protector, he tied it on his forehead as usual. Team 8 members, Uchiha Urakashi, Hayaga Fuyako, Mitarashi Anko. After hearing such a division of classes, Uchiha Urakashi had a guess about the future Jonin teacher. Mitarashi Anko, this is Orochimaru's disciple, so the future teacher of Team 8 is Orochimaru. Orochimaru, a ninja who masters the core technology of the ninja world, I guess I can learn a lot from him. Huanghuo looked at Mitarashi Anko on the side, and then looked at the girl with white eyes, Hayaga Fuyako. Hayaga Fuyako, after Kakashi graduated early, replaced him as the chief of this class, and she is very capable. It's just that Hayaga branch house, many times it is inevitable to be restricted. Not long after, Namikaze Minato took away Nohara Rin and Uchiha Obito from Team 7, and the third teammate must be Heite Kakashi. Then Orochimaru appeared and said calmly, Team 8, follow me. Orochimaru-sama. It's Orochimaru-sama. Damn it, why am I not a member of Team 8? I also want to be Orochimaru-sama's disciple. Oh, it's so hard. Uchiha Uraka, Hayaga Fuyako and Mitarashi Anko ignored the jealous words of these people and followed Orochimaru's footsteps. Arriving at the training ground beside the Konoha Forest of Death, Orochimaru looked around and said, let's do it here. Then according to the rules, introduce yourself first. I am Orochimaru, the disciple of the third Hokage, good at wind style, fire style, earth style, and snake ninjutsu. By the way, my swordsmanship is pretty good. I like to study everything in the world, and my goal is to learn all the knowledge of the world. Know the truth of the world. Hateful, it seems that a certain white-haired person is quite annoying. After Orochimaru finished speaking, the lively Mitarashi Anko couldn't wait to say, I am Mitarashi Anko, good at fire style and taijutsu. I like to eat meatballs and Anko soup, and I hate spicy food. My dream is to eat meatballs from all over the ninja world. I understand, this is a foodie. Everyone present thought so. The next turn was Hyaga Fuyako. I'm Hyaga Fuyako, I'm good at Byakugan perception and gentle fist. I like the feeling of improving my strength, and my dream is to get enough power. What do you hate? Hyaga Fuyako hesitated. I don't hate anything, I just want to live well. Orochimaru understood, and Uchiha Arakagi also thought, of course I hate the caged bird seal, no matter which Hyaga branch house, I yearn for freedom. When he arrived at Uchiha Arakagi, he said calmly, I'm Uchiha Arakagi, I'm good at fire style and Uchiha style swordsmanship, as well as some self-developed swordsmanship, and I can use medical ninjutsu. This is undoubtedly a humble statement. I like to study knowledge in ninjutsu, and my goal is to become the strongest in the ninja world. Advertisement. I don't hate anything either. Uchiha Arakaga's words are not all true, how can he tell others his true thoughts? Of course, studying knowledge and ninjutsu is a certain hobby. Orochimaru looked at Arakagi with burning eyes. Uchiha Huangwo also likes research, he really deserves to be the first person who can eat ninja beasts. Maybe this person will be a good helper for me. The power of Sharingan is also suitable for research, and the Byakugan is also good. After thinking, Orochimaru smiled coldly and said, then let me test your strength next. Shadow Clone Technique. Bang, bang, bang. 3 shadow clone of Orochimaru appeared immediately. Each of you has a shadow clone, do your best to defeat the shadow clone. I want to know the limit of your strength. Then a shadow clone took one person away. Uchiha Huangwo followed an Orochimaru shadow clone to a slightly remote place. Go all out, Uchiha Wildfire. Then be careful, Orochimaru teacher, my strength may be beyond your imagination. It's too early to call me teacher now. If I'm not satisfied, you have to go back to the ninja school to repeat. Although going back to the ninja school is also good, I still have to have some dignity. Fire breathing, full concentration, one form, fire flash body, round dance. Boom! Uchiha Wildfire took a deep breath, and the fire breathing burst out, and the fire attribute chakra suddenly became active. Pulling out the samurai sword, he flashed to the side of Orochimaru's shadow clone in an instant. The more than 2-meter-long flame blade slashed at Orochimaru's shadow clone. What a fast speed! It's not much worse than the body flicker technique. Orochimaru's pupils suddenly shrank, and he sighed that he almost lost his hand. He put away his contempt and moved away immediately. However, Uchiha Wildfire followed closely. Fire breathing, full concentration, 12 forms, flame dance. By Luo Tian. Sun turn. Flying wheel Yang Yan. Yang Hua 2. Uchiha style swordsmanship, wind sword. Such an impenetrable sword slashing speed made the powerful Orochimaru exhausted for a while. We must intercept the attack of the wildfire. As a teacher, we can't always defend. Wind style, great breakthrough. Orochimaru made a seal at the moment of dodging and released a wind style aimed at the ground. Buzz. Boom. Such a terrifying wind blade not only interfered with the attack of the Uchiha wildfire, but also floated into the air with the power of wind style. It is amazing that ninjutsu can be used in this way, and it is amazing that Orochimaru's understanding of ninjutsu is indeed excellent. Fire style, flame bomb. The next moment, Orochimaru, floating in the air, spit out this ball of great fireball. However, Uchiha Huangwo was not panicked at all. He held the samurai sword tightly and released the Uchiha-style sword technique Jian Yuan to cut the great fireball, and then followed up with a fire instant body and round dance to cut towards Orochimaru. The body of the great snake NZ who was cut did turn into a piece of wood with a bang. Body replacement technique? Did you cast a seal while my vision was blocked by the great fireball? Huang Huo looked around, but found no trace of Orochimaru. Is he hiding? Then use thermal perception. Thermal perception is a perception secret technique developed by Huang Huo using the power of the heat-hot fruit. You should know that the temperature of the human body is between 36 degrees Celsius and 39 degrees Celsius. Considering that some secret techniques will affect the temperature, it is adjusted to 35 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. In the full concentration breathing state of the breath of fire, and the addition of the heat-hot fruit, you can clearly perceive the temperature changes within 100 meters around. The thermal perception of fire-style chakra mode is even more terrifying, and you can see the fiery red thermal image as if you have a white-eye perspective. At this moment, under thermal perception, Uchiha Huang Huo immediately found the location of Orochimaru's shadow clone. Is it underground? You should want to pull me underground, too naive. Thermal hot fruit 1000 degrees Celsius, devil wind kick. Huang Guo's body, which was floating, immediately rotated at high speed, and his right foot heated to 1000 degrees Celsius. Such high temperature and speed are more powerful than many fire-style ninjutsu. It just happened to kick Orochimaru, who was releasing the earth-style heart decapitation technique from underground. This kick immediately blew up Orochimaru's shadow clone. Very good, Orochimaru's shadow clone was blown up, and the assessment is completed. At this moment, Uchiha Wildfire of course returned to the sheath. Shadow Clone was kicked up, and Orochimaru's main body immediately received Shadow Clone's memory. I didn't expect Uchiha Wildfire not only has a good research talent, but also has good strength? Such strength is much stronger than that of the genius ninja Kakashi of that session. Why hide the strength? The strength displayed by Uchiha Wildfire made Orochimaru sincerely interested. You know, even if Orochimaru's Shadow Clone does not have the full strength of the main body, it is still difficult for ordinary Jonin to defeat it. Maybe Shadow Clone underestimated the enemy a little, but it was so fast to blow up Shadow Clone. In any case, Wildfire's strength cannot be underestimated. This should not be the limit of Uchiha Huangguo. About 10 minutes later, the strength test of Anko and Hayaga Fuyako also ended. If nothing unexpected happened, these two people did not defeat Orochimaru's Shadow Clone, but Orochimaru also knew the strength of these two people. Thus, the 8th class of this term was officially established. I declare that the captain of the 8th class is Uchiha Huangguo, and we will gather in front of the Hokage building at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Anko was puzzled. Uchiha Huangguo? But Hayaga Fuyako is the chief of our class, shouldn't the captain be Hayaga Fuyako? Advertisement. Although Hayaga Fuyako did not show anything on the surface, she was also puzzled in her eyes. Orochimaru looked at the calm Uchiha Huangguo. If any one of you can blow up my Shadow Clone, he can become the team leader. Blow up the teacher's Shadow Clone? How is that possible? The teacher is a Konoha-sunin. How can a newly graduated genin like me do this? Wait? The confused Anko finally came back to her senses, looked at Orochimaru, then looked at Uchiha Huangguo, and finally stared at Orochimaru and shouted in surprise, Orochimaru teacher, did Uchiha Huangguo blow up your Shadow Clone? Hayaga Fuyako was also shocked. You know, in the moment of ninja school, Uchiha Huangguo's grades and strength were only excellent. It was too surprising to suddenly say that he could blow up Orochimaru's Shadow Clone. So he hid his strength? At this moment, Hayaga Fuyako understood a little in her heart, but she clenched her hands tightly, as if she was being played like a monkey. In the moment of ninja school, Hayaga Fuyako practiced and studied hard, and after graduating early from Heite Kakashi, she became the head of the elite class all the way. At that time, Hayaga Fuyako was extremely proud. However, now that she thinks about it, the stronger Uchiha Huangguo looked at Hayaga Fuyako's performance. It was as if she was watching her Hayaga Fuyako's performance. Damn it, you humiliated me like this. She stared at Uchiha Huangguo with a pair of white eyes, thinking that she would continue to work harder and must defeat this person in the future. Anko was indeed shocked for a long time, but she smiled heartlessly, patted Uchiha Huangguo's shoulder and said, Uchiha Huangguo, it seems that I underestimated you. So you are the chief of our class, and the genius ninja Kakashi is far behind. But why do you want to hide your strength? Uchiha Huangguo naturally would not tell the truth, but explained calmly. I didn't want to hide my strength, but compared to the practical class that shows strength, I prefer to learn knowledge and research. Study and research? It is true that every time I see Huangguo, he is holding a book to read. Anko listened to the explanation and thought carefully, saying that it was true. Hayaga Tuko also recalled more scenes of Uchiha Urakashi reading a book. Orochimaru, however, had a look of surprise. Then Orochimaru left, and the members of Team 8, urged by Anko, decided to have a small gathering. Since we have become a team of ninjas, we should seriously keep in touch with each other. Anko said so, and Uchiha Urakashi and Hayaga Tuko agreed. Originally, they wanted to eat meatballs, but when they saw Team 7 members Uchiha Obito, Nohara Rin, and Heite Kakashi who had also completed the assessment, they discussed with each other and decided to go to a barbecue restaurant for a small gathering. They ordered edible ninja beast snakes and ducks, as well as the pork they usually eat. Since Uchiha Urakashi studied edible ninja beast ducks, Uchiha established a ninja beast duck breeding farm. After a year, edible ninja beast ducks have become a must-eat for many Konoha shinobi. It can enhance chakra and physical fitness, and repair hidden injuries. Of course, such benefits should be enjoyed. The edible ninja beast snake was studied by Orochimaru. It is more nutritious than the ninja beast duck and can provide more enhancement. Especially the snake gall, which condenses the essence of the edible ninja beast snake, has better effects in strengthening and repairing hidden injuries. However, the cultivation of edible snakes takes too long. It takes 3 months to raise a snake, and the breeding efficiency is also very low. So it is regarded as a high-end edible ninja beast, and the mid-range edible ninja beast is Uchiha's duck. The low-end edible ninja beast is the parasitic insect cultivated by the root ninja and the Aberame clan. Yakushi Nono selected the parasitic insect of the Aberame clan and focused on cultivating it, and finally formed the parasitic insect. The image is not good, but the breeding speed is extremely fast. A batch of parasitic insects can be raised in 3 days, and it is still counted in tens of thousands. The effect of this parasitic worm in strengthening and repairing hidden injuries is only 1/9 of that of the edible ninja duck. The advantage is that the number is extremely high, and it occupies the low-end market by winning by quantity. Those Konoha shinobi who are short of money and cannot afford the snake and duck can consider buying the parasitic worm. Ordinary people can also enjoy the parasitic worm, which is very effective in repairing hidden injuries. Now the Konoha hospital will also remind patients to eat more edible ninja beasts to speed up their recovery. This made Shimura Danzo earn a lot of money, but the black-hearted Shimura Danzo decided to split it 90% and 100%. There is no doubt that Shimura Danzo gets 90% and the Aberame clan gets 100%. Yakushi Nono, the person in charge of the edible ninja beast research, was only rewarded with 1 million ryo, and was asked to continue researching new varieties of edible ninja beasts. In order to prevent the secrets of edible ninja beasts from being known to outsiders, the Umbu ninjas of the 3rd Hokage and the root ninjas of Shimura Danzo have been trying their best to capture many spy ninjas during this period. However, this matter was destined to not be kept secret forever. Soon, everyone in Konoha knew about it. It was only a matter of time before everyone in the ninja world knew about edible ninja beasts. For example, many ninja clans in Konoha now want to study their own edible ninja beasts. For example, Hyaga, Inoshikacho, etc. The only exception is the Inyazuka clan. You should know that the ninjas of the Inyazuka clan are inseparable from the ninja dogs. If this clan studies edible ninja beasts, then the target will be the ninja dogs. But how could the Inyazuka clan, who love ninja dogs so much, bear to eat ninja dogs? So the Inyazuka clan is very resistant to studying edible ninja beasts. Of course, the Inyazuka clan is also a merchant that purchases a large number of edible ninja beast ducks from the Uchiha clan. Resisting the study of edible ninja dogs does not mean resisting other edible ninja beasts. The ninjas of the Inyazuka clan said that the ninja beast ducks and ninja beast snakes taste very good, and the slightly unpalatable ninja beast parasites are acceptable. While Uchiha Arakawa was attending the party, Orochimaru went to the Hokage building to report the results of the 8th team's assessment. Orochimaru, how did these 3 perform? Teacher, Uchiha Arakawa, Hyaga Fuyako and Mitarashi Anko are all qualified ninjas. They only need to go through a few life and death battles to become excellent Konoha shinobi. Orochimaru did not tell about Uchiha Arakawa beating up his shadow clone, but just said that Arakawa liked to read and study. 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded with satisfaction, and then instructed Orochimaru, pay attention to Uchiha Arakawa. His fire will is a little weak. Cultivate his fire will more, and don't limit it to the Uchiha clan. Fire will? I'll try. Orochimaru responded on the surface, but he didn't know what he was thinking in his heart. Watching Orochimaru's departure, Sarutobi Hiruzen thought of the situation in the ninja world and said solemnly, I hope this batch of Konoha shinobi will grow up quickly, the wind is coming. The day after the class assessment, the 8th team gathered in front of the Hokage building as scheduled. Orochimaru took the 8th team to accept 2 D-level tasks: clean the river and drive away wild boars. When they came to the dirty river, Anko and Hyaga Fuyako frowned. It was really too dirty here, as if all the garbage of Konoha people was thrown here. I guess you have learned to climb trees and step on water, so I don't need to teach you. Clean up the garbage in the river in 3 hours. After Orochimaru finished speaking, Anko and Hyaga Fuyako stepped on the water surface. Bang! Bang! Uchiha Huangguo used shadow clone technique, and the 2 shadow clones went to clean up the garbage, while Huangguo walked aside to read a book at ease. Anko immediately shouted Huangguo is too cunning, he actually used shadow clone as a substitute. Advertisement. Damn it, I don't know shadow clone. Hyaga Fuyako didn't know this technique either, but said calmly, okay, Huangguo has separated 2 shadow clone, so adding 1 person will always be faster. Orochimaru smiled at this and called Uchiha Huangguo. The 2 began to exchange what they learned, and before they knew it, the river was cleaned up in about 2 hours. Looking at the brand new river, Orochimaru nodded with satisfaction and took the 8th team to a field full of weeds. It took another 3 hours to complete this task. Then he went to the Hokage building to collect the reward. Orochimaru took the 8th team to the training ground at the edge of the Death Forest yesterday. Next, I will teach you ninjutsu. Anko, I will teach you snake ninjutsu and summoning techniques. He took out the contract scroll of Ryokai Cave on the spot, asked Anko to write down her name, and separated a shadow clone and took Anko away to teach the corresponding ninjutsu. Hyaga Fuyako, I cannot teach you the gentle fist of the Hyaga clan, but I can teach you the experience of fighting against enemies, fighting with my shadow clone, and strive to become more proficient in the Byakugan gentle fist. By the way, Fuyako, What ninjutsu do you want to learn? I want to learn Shadow Clone Technique. It seems that Uchiha Huangwo's convenience of using Shadow Clone Technique just now impressed Hayaga Fuyako deeply. Want to learn Shadow Clone Technique? It's not difficult, go with my Shadow Clone. Orochimaru separated the second Shadow Clone and took Hayaga Fuyako away. Then the only one left is Uchiha Huangwo. Orochimaru's ninjutsu? Although snake-type ninjutsu is good, this unique ninjutsu is not suitable for me, and the contract of Ryokai Cave? Kuo thought of the unruly snakes in Ryokai Cave, especially the arrogant 10,000 snakes, which even use sacrifices every time they summon. Such man-eating snakes made Uchiha Huangwo hate them in his heart. Compared with the snake summoning in Ryokai Cave, Huangwo wanted to get the Katsuyu summoning beast in the wet-bone forest. Who doesn't like Katsuyu who speaks nicely and politely? Then forbidden techniques such as reanimation jutsu and summoning jutsu Rashomon are also good. I remember that Orochimaru's swordsmanship and sealing techniques are also good. Orochimaru should not have obtained the Kusanagi sword Sky Terran now, right? So, Orochimaru asked Uchiha Huangwo what he wanted to learn. Teacher Orochimaru, I want to learn swordsmanship and sealing techniques. Want to learn swordsmanship and sealing techniques? That's no problem. Orochimaru said that Uchiha Huanghuo was quite knowledgeable, and he actually knew that he was also a master of swordsmanship. Then he spit out 2 scrolls. Uchiha Huanghuo didn't mind the dirtiness, and just took the 2 scrolls. He opened the scroll of swordsmanship to study first. In this way, Team 8 carried out 3 days of D-level missions. Anko learned snake-type ninjutsu and summoning techniques, and Hayaga Fuyako learned Shadow Clone Technique. With the help of Orochimaru, her gentle fist became even more powerful. Anko noticed the convenience of Shadow Clone Technique and asked to learn it, and Orochimaru readily taught her. Uchiha Huanghuo learned Orochimaru's swordsmanship, and with Orochimaru's careful teaching, he felt that the swordsmanship he used before was smoother. With more practical experience, his strength became stronger. The 3 days of D-level missions annoyed Anko, who complained many times that he wanted to take on higher-level missions. Team 8 has almost gotten used to each other, but it's time to make these people bleed. Orochimaru thought so, and today he took Team 8 to take on a sea-level mission to eliminate bandits. Why can't ninjas avoid the mission of eliminating bandits? There are only so many bandits in the ninja world? At this moment, Uchiha Huanghuo thought helplessly in his heart. This was the first time that Uchiha Huanghuo walked out of Konoha, and this time he finally saw the difficult survival of the people at the bottom of the ninja world. They were constantly suppressed by the daimyo noble ninjas. It was normal to be poorly clothed and hungry. In addition, the new wind of war in the ninja world was coming, making it even more difficult for these people at the bottom. Many people could not survive and became bandits to rob houses. According to Orochimaru, the Land of Fire was still good. The land in the Land of Fire was fertile and the resources were extremely abundant. These people at the bottom could still survive if they found a way. The people of the small countries in the ninja world had a much harder time. Sure enough, the development of this ninja world is very abnormal. At this time, Uchiha Huangwo actually wondered whether he could bring the red flame of his previous life to this ninja world. Came to the place where the target bandits gathered. These bandits affected the tax revenue of a noble in the vicinity, so the noble went to Konoha to issue a task to eliminate the bandits. Although there is no hatred or enmity, in order to complete the task, I still have to eliminate you. This damn ninja world is really cruel. Thinking so in his heart, Uchiha Huangwo drew his samurai sword. Fire breathing, full concentration, 1 form, round dance. 2 form, blue sky. 3 form, scorching sun red mirror. All the moves of fire breathing were released, and the high temperature fire sword took the lives of the bandits one by one. All Uchiha Huangwo could do was to give these bandits a quick death. 8 Trigram's gentle fist. Anko and Hayaga Fuyako both tried their best to kill the bandits. Run! The Konoha shinobi is coming. I don't want to die. Spare me. Advertisement. This world is hell. I just want to live. Is that so hard? I'll eat and drink enough before I die. That's enough. No matter how these bandits beg for mercy and curse, they will inevitably be killed. Soon, under the power of the ninja, these bandits are all wiped out. Anko and Hayaga Fuyako both look ugly, but they barely stand. Uchiha Huangwo, who is also killing for the first time, has not changed much. After killing someone, why do I only feel a little uncomfortable in my heart, and I don't feel sick or want to vomit? Or am I mentally prepared, so I didn't lose my composure? Or am I born with a cold heart and a hard heart? Uchiha Huangwo wiped the blade calmly. Although the high-temperature flame burned the bloodline, he always felt that the samurai sword was dirty. That's good. I can live better in the ninja world with my cold heart. Orochimaru observed the changes of the members of Team 8 and found that after the 3 of them killed the bandits, they all had an inexplicable aura, which was called murderous aura. Ninjas who see blood are more terrifying than ninjas who don't see blood. This is also the only way for qualified ninjas. We need to take a few more bloody missions to hone our skills. In this way, Orochimaru led the ninjas of Team 8 to continue to accept sea-level missions to kill bandits or rebel ninjas. During a certain eradication of rebel ninjas, they also met Jonin. This Jonin knew that he would die and became even more crazy. Finally, Huang Huo understood what a life-and-death battle was. In this life-and-death battle, Uchiha Huang Huo also showed fire-style chakra mode, which made Orochimaru very interested and licked his face. It also made Enko and Hyaga Fuyako know the gap between them and Uchiha Huang Huo. After the ninjas of Team 8 got used to killing enemies, they took a vacation to relax. It is not good to be so tense all the time, so it is the right way to combine work and rest. After returning home, Uchiha Huang Huo slept for only one night, and the next day he was full of energy and started to study new techniques. Now Uchiha Huang Huo has two ways to increase his strength. One is the full concentration breathing state of the fire breathing. This kind of all-weather breathing can be said to make you stronger by breathing. Huang Huo believes that this fire breathing will absorb the natural energy of the air around you, and using natural energy in the ninja world is Sage mode. Perhaps when the breathing method reaches a certain level, the Madara pattern is opened, which is the immortal face of Sage mode. And when you absorb enough natural energy to strengthen yourself, what will it be in the end? Will it be Sage body? At this moment, Uchiha Huang Huo is not so 100% sure. Now the Madara pattern has not been opened, let alone the unknown Sage body. In Huang Huo's previous life memory, if the breathing method of the demon world opens the Madara pattern, the lungs will rise to 39 degrees Celsius, which will reduce the lifespan of the person using the breathing method. However, in the ninja world, Uchiha Huang Huo used the power of the heat fruit to heat his lungs to 39 degrees Celsius or higher, but the Madara mark did not appear. In this regard, Uchiha Huang Huo guessed that it might be because his talent in fairy arts was too poor, and he could not enter Sage mode, so he could not open the Madara mark. This is indeed a bad fact, but Huang Huo never gave up. After careful consideration, Huang Huo believed that even if the initial fairy arts talent was very poor, it was true that the fire breathing would absorb natural energy to strengthen the body. Even if the natural energy absorbed by each breath was extremely thin, but in the full concentration breathing mode of the fire breathing, the premise of breathing becomes stronger. In this way, day by day, one day, the body will be able to completely accept natural energy and feel the natural energy of the world. So the breathing mode does not need to be changed. The second way to enhance strength is food digestion. Now Uchiha Huang Huo can digest 10 times more food than ordinary ninjas. Such a terrifying appetite is also one of the reasons for enhancing physical fitness and chakra. But this terrifying appetite is still attached to the full concentration breathing mode of Breath of Fire. Uchiha Huang Huo wants to further strengthen this attached appetite. So I have to find a way to strengthen my digestive power and let the body absorb more nutrients. In this regard, Uchiha Huang Huo first thought of the Akamike clan's terrifying appetite. The Akamike clan are all terrifying big eaters, but they just store fat to release the family secrets. Then he thought of the 6 Vaults Immortal Thief in the one-man world. The 6 Vaults Immortal Thief is one of the 8 wonders in the one-man world. This is a powerful digestive organ and a perfect digestive system. Increasing the appetite is just easy. The most important thing is that it can seize the vitality of heaven and earth for its own use, so it is also called the Saint Thief. Uchiha Huang Huo doesn't know the original Roku Sage Thief, but he can use the sealing technique and the power of the heat hot fruit to simulate the Roku Sage Thief as much as possible. It is not necessary to seize the vitality of heaven and earth, just increase the appetite and perfect digestion. The digestive system of mice is very similar to that of humans, so try it on mice first. Asked Orochimaru for 100 mice and tried it. This is thanks to Orochimaru's apprenticeship, otherwise it would not be easy to get these mice. In Konoha, there seems to be no place to buy mice, right? If it weren't for the help of Orochimaru, I would have to cultivate mice, which would be a waste of time. Dissected 10 mice and figured out the location of their digestive systems. The digestive organs such as the stomach, large intestine, small intestine, triple burner, gallbladder, and bladder are indeed not exactly the same as the real human body, but for now the experiment is enough. So let's try the effect of temperature on digestion first. Uchiha Huang Huo first calculated the normal digestion rate of mice. Then he heated the digestive organs with the heat-hot fruit. After repeated experiments, more than 50 mice died, confirming that temperature does have a profound effect on digestive power. But it is not the case that the higher the temperature, the stronger the digestive power. The digestive organs of the mice reached 60 degrees Celsius, and the digestive power reached the limit, but the mice at this high temperature could not survive for a few seconds. If converted to a human body, ordinary people would find it difficult to withstand such a high temperature. But Uchiha Huang Huo has the power of the heat-hot fruit and is never afraid of high-temperature environments. Since high temperature will not bring danger to Huang Huo, then he will try what temperature is more suitable for digestive power. In order to determine the temperature more accurately, each heating only increases by 0.1 degrees Celsius. It would be good to be accurate to 1 decimal point. After trying all night, they finally reached the required temperature at about 8 o'clock the next day. At 100 degrees Celsius, the digestive function of the digestive organs of the whole body is strengthened to the limit, and the temperature will decrease instead of increase. 100 degrees Celsius, this is destined to be impossible to maintain in full concentration breathing mode. Huang Huo only needs to activate the enhanced digestive power when eating. Advertisement. However, this is not the end. Although the digestive power is strengthened, the food eaten will inevitably be wasted, so the sealing technique is needed. Use the sealing technique to strengthen the seal, so that the energy of the food eaten can be absorbed and avoid unnecessary waste. Now that I know the essence of the sealing technique, it should not be difficult to complete the seal? Uchiha Huang Huo was still naive. He tried 800 times but still failed. Even if he knew that the 9 characters were the essence of the sealing technique, and knew that the combination of characters would form a new seal. But this is just like knowing the computer language in the previous life, writing a program from scratch, and finally writing a complete online game. It is difficult. You should know that it took more than one programmer to complete an online game in the previous life. But now only Uchiha Huang Huo has established the seal. Tonight, Uchiha Huang Huo decided to relax and talk about it tomorrow. When he woke up the next day, Uchiha Huang Huo continued to try but still had no clue. After a long time of thinking, he decided to go to Orochimaru's laboratory to have a look. Orochimaru had brought the ninjas of Team A to this laboratory. Generally speaking, if there were no accidents, Orochimaru would stay in the laboratory. As expected, Uchiha Huang Huo found Orochimaru in the laboratory. Huo, it seems that you have encountered a problem. Teacher Orochimaru, I want to develop a secret technique to strengthen the digestive power, but I have no idea at the final stage. Uchiha Huang Huo hesitated for a while, and then told the cause and effect of the 6th storehouse immortal thief. In short, the 6th storehouse immortal thief that he wanted to develop was not Huang Huo's trump card, and it was nothing to tell Orochimaru. It can be said that Huang Huo's only trump card now is the hot fruit. Huang Huo also wanted to get some good advice from Orochimaru. Huo, you are really good at thinking of strange ideas. Strengthen the digestive power, similar to the Akamike clan's appetite? Speaking of digestive power, Orochimaru first thought of the Akamike clan, but denied it the next second. It shouldn't be. It's stronger than the Akamike clan's simple appetite. Get energy from food and absorb it to strengthen itself. This should be a secret technique that matches edible ninja beasts. Heating 100 degrees Celsius, even with my body, I can't last for a few minutes. How did Huang Huo do it? Hearing this question, Uchiha Huang Huo pondered for a while, thinking that he was going to teach the breath of fire to the Uchiha clan. It's just that Uchiha Huang Huo has no reputation yet, and others don't know how powerful the breath of fire is. I plan to wait until I gain a certain reputation in the ninja world and let others know the horror of the breath of fire, and then teach it to the family. This is also Uchiha Huang Huo's return to the family. It seems nothing to tell Orochimaru in advance now. Even if Orochimaru knows the breath of fire, without the help of the power of the heat hot fruit, he can initially practice the breath of fire, and it is difficult to complete the full concentration breathing mode, not to mention the fire style chakra mode. Without the help of the heat fruit, it would be difficult for a fragile ninja to withstand such a temperature. It is also good to get the full support of Orochimaru. Heating yourself is the fire breathing I developed. When you practice it to a high level, you can control your own temperature and flames to form the fire-style chakra mode. Uchiha took out a scroll from his ninja tool bag and handed it to Orochimaru. Fire breathing, this is evolved from the samurai breathing technique. It uses breathing to strengthen one's own strength. It requires subtle chakra control and nature transformation of fire attribute chakra. However, it is very difficult to practice to the level of heating oneself like me. It is difficult to complete it in a few years, so it can be said that it is easy to get started with fire breathing, but it is extremely difficult to perfect it as a grandmaster. Uchiha was able to complete this technique so easily with the blessing of the power of the heat fruit. The breathing method exploded the lungs, and the 8 inner gates burned the heart, but Uchiha didn't say anything about it. Before Might Dai showed the power of the 8 inner gates, it seemed that no one in Konoha valued the power of this technique. Orochimaru happily received the scroll and couldn't wait to open it and read it in detail. Fire breathing? Full concentration breathing? Do I have to blow up the gourd first? I have to say it again, Huang Huo, you really impressed me again, such an incredible research and development of ninjutsu talent. Uchiha Huang Huo looked at Orochimaru who was laughing, and gave another suggestion. Teacher Orochimaru, I think you can understand the theory of fire breathing, and then develop your own breathing method. For example, it would be very good to call it snake breathing. Teacher can develop snake breathing, which will surely be very consistent with you. Snake breathing also exists in the demon world, and in the ninja world, Orochimaru is good at using snake ninjutsu, observing the secret techniques of snakes to connect with themselves, and it should not be difficult to develop snake breathing. Orochimaru was also very interested in this and said that he had taken note of the matter of developing snake breathing. Then returning to the question of the six-story immortal thief, Orochimaru seriously understood the key to Uchiha Huang Huo's development of this technique. From trying the temperature to using the sealing technique, there was no problem. After hearing the difficulties encountered by Huang Huo, Orochimaru thought about it seriously and gave suggestions. Huang Huo, since it is impossible to engrave the sealing technique at once, why not engrave the technique in sections? In the final stage, connect these section techniques with the sealing technique. I think this is not difficult for Huang Huo, right? Hearing Orochimaru's suggestion, Uchiha Huang Huo was suddenly stunned. Segmented techniques, this is indeed something he did not expect. Just now he was really stuck in a dead end, and now countless inspirations appeared in his mind. So that's how it is. It can be sealed in sections, which is very easy. Teacher Orochimaru, give me a little white mouse to use. Immediately afterwards, Uchiha Huang Huo followed the inspiration of the moment and engraved the sealing technique book on the 6 key organs of this little white mouse. Then used the sealing technique to connect these segmented techniques. At this moment, the sealing technique Ryoku Zaianzei was successfully developed. Then Huang Huo fed this little white mouse enough food and used the power of the heat-hot fruit to heat the digestive organs to 60 degrees Celsius. Observing that the digestive power of this little white mouse has indeed reached the limit. Although he died after holding on for more than 10 seconds, this also shows the success of the sealing technique 6-Vault Immortal Thief. Thanks to Mr. Orochimaru's help, the sealing technique 6-Vault Immortal Thief was successfully developed. Orochimaru laughed and said, Huang Huo, I want to thank you for letting me see such a wonderful sealing technique development site, and this breath of fire gave me a great feeling. Advertisement. Tell me, Huang Huo, what reward do you want? After hearing the reward, Uchiha Huang Huo said with embarrassment, but still said sincerely, it's great that the teacher helps me develop the secret technique. Since the teacher insists on giving it, the quality of my samurai sword is not very good. I want to get a new chakra long sword or long sword. For example, the legendary Kusanagi sword is good, but I searched all the places where the family books were stored, but I couldn't find the whereabouts of the Kusanagi sword. Orochimaru's smile could not be suppressed immediately. Kusanagi sword? Huang Huo, you are really bold. Teacher Kusanagi sword also wants it, but I can't find it anywhere. Okay, I will pay attention to the whereabouts of Kusanagi sword. You can go first if you are fine. Orochimaru said that this did give him a difficult problem, and waved Huang Huo to leave quickly. Uchiha Huang Huo turned around and walked away with a smile, thinking, anyway, I told Orochimaru that I wanted the Kusanagi sword. I believe that Orochimaru will think of me immediately when he finds the Kusanagi sword in the future. After returning home, Uchiha Huang Huo took a short break and took out a blank scroll to record the key steps of the sealing technique of the 6 Paths Immortal Thief. Calming down, he sensed the position of his internal organs. He engraved a sealing technique on the position of the stomach, followed by the large intestine, and then the small intestine. Then he engraved the sealing techniques for the bladder, gallbladder, and triple burner. In this way, the 6 paths segmented technique was completed, and then the connecting technique was continued. Finally, Huang Huo's careful engraving formed a cute version of the Dowdy pattern. Dowdy? Legend has it that this greedy beast can absorb the spiritual energy of heaven and earth. This is indeed consistent with the effect of the 6-story immortal thief. The image of Dowdy is engraved. This is also what Huang Huo expects, that this sealing version of the 6-story immortal thief can reach the state of Dowdy swallowing everything. It's just Huang Huo's beautiful fantasy. At this moment, Huang Huo's mind moved, and the Dowdy pattern disappeared. The Dowdy pattern reappeared when he thought about it again. In this case, can I also say that the era of ninjas has ended, and the next is the era of tattoos? Huang Huo smiled with satisfaction and planned to try the power of the 6-story immortal thief sealing technique. He took 100 ducks from the small ninja duck breeding ground next to the training ground at home and divided them into 10 shadow clone roast ducks. And Uchiha Huang Huo's body took advantage of the situation to perform the sealing technique 6-story immortal thief, heating the 6 internal organs to 100 degrees Celsius with the power of the heat-hot fruit. The Dowdy seal pattern on the abdomen appeared. He ate a roast duck very quickly and found that the digestive power of the sealing version of the 6-story immortal thief was terrifying. Even bones could be digested completely. He ate 30 roast ducks before he was full. Is the current limit 30 roast ducks? Really terrible appetite. You should know that the nutrition provided by the ninja beast duck is much higher than that of ordinary ducks. A ninja can eat an ordinary duck in one meal, but can only eat less than 1/3 of a ninja beast duck. When Uchiha Huang Huo mastered the full concentration breathing mode of the breath of fire, he could eat 10 ninja beast roast ducks. Now that the sealing technique 6-story immortal thief has been used, the digestive power has been further strengthened, and he can actually eat 30 ninja beast roast ducks. Then a little calculation shows that Uchiha Huang Huo's digestive power is more than 100 times stronger than that of ordinary ninjas. Then Huangguo carefully sensed the changes in his body and found that the sealing technique Ryoku Zaianzei can be combined with the breathing of fire. The energy of the food eaten by Ryoku Zaianzei can be absorbed by the full concentration breathing mode of the breathing of fire without any waste. This is equivalent to strengthening the mode of breathing of fire, and Huangguo is very satisfied with such seamless connection. This shows that Huangguo's strength will increase faster. Wait, the breath of fire belongs to the respiratory system, and the six-story immortal thief belongs to the digestive system, so will the rest of the human body systems also achieve various uses? For example, what will the motor system strengthen? Physical strength? Physical skills? What about the urinary system? As far as I know, the urinary system can release useless junk toxins from the body, so will it enhance the detoxification ability? It's just that my power of the heat fruit, as long as high temperature is not afraid of all toxins, high temperature disinfection and sterilization is not just talk. Reproductive system? Circulatory system? And endocrine system? At this moment, Uchiha Huangguo suddenly thought of whether the 8 systems of the human body would have similar benefits as the respiratory system and digestive system. However, if you think about it carefully, even if the secret techniques of the 8 systems of the human body are successfully developed, many functions will be repeated or conflicting. In addition, Uchiha Huangguo does not have enough knowledge to develop the secret techniques of the 8 systems. Fire breathing and 6-volt immortal thief have been enough for me for a long time, so I won't consider other human body system secrets for now. But you can mention it to Orochimaru. I think Orochimaru will be interested in the secrets of the 8 human body systems. Uchiha Huangguo thought that if Orochimaru successfully developed a secret of a human body system, he could use it. At this moment, Huangguo put his thoughts on the sealing technique 6-volt immortal thief again, and once again felt the changes that this secret brought to him. The original 6-stork immortal thief can take the vitality of heaven and earth for his own use, and can maintain life without eating. It also shows strong healing effects. My version of the 6-stork immortal thief and the sealing technique does not have these functions, but the digestive power is terrifying. The 6-stork immortal thief strengthens itself with the power of digestion, and the breath of fire strengthens itself with breathing. How is this similar to eating essence and transforming it into gas, and refining essence and transforming it into gas? Think carefully, the limit of the breathing method will probably be sage body, so is this also considered an alternative cultivation of immortality? The eating essence and transforming it into gas and refining essence and transforming it into gas that Uchiha Huangguo said are of course different from the original. Is this just the cultivation of immortality in the ninja world? Maybe it is really cultivation of immortality? Huangguo guessed so in his heart, but he could not confirm this, but he still had some thoughts. The 3-day vacation passed, Orochimaru immersed himself in the laboratory, and asked Uchiha Huangguo to lead the team to accept the mission. The 8th team came to the place where the ninja mission was issued in the Hokage building. Just take a D-level mission and use the rest of the time to practice. However, Anko disagreed and retorted on the spot, advertisement. Huangguo, D-level missions are too boring, let's go and take a look at C-level missions. It seems that the previous D-level missions left a deep impression on Anko. Uchiha Huangguo was helpless, then why don't you want to complete the B-level mission? Anko grinned, B-level mission? That's good, but can we 3 genins take B-level missions? Uchiha Huangguo, you also know that we are genins? Without Shinin or Jonin leading the team, we can't take missions above sea level. Anko was not convinced, but we are Orochimaru's disciples, don't we have any privileges? Uchiha Huangguo, privileges? You think too much, stop it, just complete a D-level mission and be done with it. Anko was still a little persistent, but D-level missions are boring. Uchiha Huangguo said firmly, Anko, I am the captain of Team 8, so it's decided. Anko was struck by lightning, damn, the captain is great? Huangguo, you will regret it. The usually cold Hayaga Fuyako on the side also curled the corners of her mouth. At this moment, the Konoha shinobi standing guard in the Hokage building seemed to feel that the conversation between Huangguo and Anko was very familiar. After completing a D-level mission, the ninjas of Team 8 disbanded on the spot. Uchiha Huangguo went to Orochimaru to learn and exchange knowledge. During this period, he also mentioned to Orochimaru his conjecture about the secrets of the 8 systems of the human body. Orochimaru was really interested in this, so Huangguo's breath of fire belongs to the secrets of the respiratory system, and the sealing technique 6 treasury immortal thief belongs to the secrets of the digestive system. Then the motor system, nervous system, urinary system, reproductive system, circulatory system, endocrine system, these human systems should be able to achieve similar secrets. However, Orochimaru thought about it seriously for a long time and found that as Huangguo thought, this really requires a more abundant knowledge reserve. If you want to complete similar secrets, human experiments are inevitable. At this point, Orochimaru asked Uchiha Huangguo about his views on human experiments. Human experiments? This is a must for developing ninjutsu and learning knowledge. Even second Hokage Senju Tobirama used a lot of human experiments to develop ninjutsu secrets. It's just that before conducting human experiments, it's best to try it on animals first, solve the problem as much as possible, and then use human experiments, so that it won't be a waste. There are so many bandits and traitors in the ninja world, and there are so many people who are extremely evil. I don't have any psychological burden to use these evil people for human experiments. Carefully thinking about it, Uchiha Huangguo only conducted experiments on small fish, mice, rabbits, and other animals. It seems that he hasn't experimented on the human body yet. I almost forgot that Huangguo also completed the experiments of fire breathing and Rokika Senthil in his own body. It's just that the premise of this experiment is that Huangguo can be sure that there is no danger to his life. The power of the heat fruit can make Uchiha Huangguo safe and worry-free. Haha, Huangguo, we are indeed the same kind of people. It seems that we can deepen our communication in the future. Orochimaru smiled happily, washed his face with his tongue, and gave Uchiha Huangguo a few scrolls. Most of Orochimaru's experimental knowledge was recorded. Uchiha Huangguo collected it as if it were a treasure and went back to study this knowledge. At this moment, the atmosphere of the Sand Shinobi village in Wind Country is very solemn. In the office of the Kaze Cage, many Sand Shinobi gathered here with great sadness. Sand Shinobi-cho said solemnly, the third Kaze Cage is indeed missing. The resources of the village are running out, and the daimyo of Wind Country has cut funding. If this continues, the village will reach its limit. We must consider the worst-case scenario. All the Sand Shinobi present were silent. The third Kaze Cage was missing and dead, which was the worst-case scenario. The village was exhausted of resources and was on the verge of dissolution, which was also the worst-case scenario. Ebizo, who is known for his wisdom, pondered for a moment, looked around at the Sand Shinobi and said calmly, then the village has reached a critical juncture. This is our consensus. Since the daimyo of the Wind Country ignores the situation of the Sand Shinobi, we must get the resources needed for the development of the village. Go to the River Country, go to the Fire Country. A Sand Shinobi widened his eyes. Are you going to start a war? Sand Shinobi Ebizo glanced at this person indifferently. It is war. At this moment, the village has no other way to survive except war. Recently, Rock Shinobi and Cloud Shinobi have been sneaking around in the Rain Country, and many disputes have already occurred. The traces of the Water Country Mist Ninja have also appeared in the Grass Country. It can be said that the signs of war have already appeared. Sand Shinobi just set a fire in this war. The barren Wind Country has left a Sand Shinobi with no way to survive. There is no other choice but war. In addition to war, there is no other choice? The Sand Shinobi present Shinobi whispered like this. If they really couldn't survive, who wouldn't want to live in peace? War always kills people. I guess the Sand Shinobi who started the war will kill more people. But thinking about the current village, there is no perfect way except to go out and seize resources to survive. Sand Shinobi-cho thought about it and thought that only war could solve the village's predicament. The third Kaze Cage is missing, and there is almost no consideration of finding him. It's time to consider a new Kaze Cage. However, given the current situation of the village, a Sand Shinobi who can bring enough resources to the village can become the fourth Kaze Cage. Then it happens that in this war, the Sand Shinobi who seizes more resources can become the fourth Kaze Cage. When Cho mentioned the fourth Kaze Cage of the village, Luasha and Yekura's eyes lit up immediately. These two are powerful Sand Shinobi, and they all have the hope of becoming Kaze Cage. Seeing this, Ebizo nodded. Then the final decision will be made by voting. Please raise your hands if you agree with the war. As soon as he finished speaking, all the Sand Shinobi in the meeting room raised their hands. Very good. It seems that at the critical moment, the people of the village can still be united. Then go and prepare for the village. After that, the Sand Shinobi village was urgently mobilized, and the remaining supplies were gathered, and the first batch of about 3,000 Sand Shinobi were gathered, and the Sand Shinobi-cho was led to quickly send troops. The rapid march soon arrived at the border of the Wind Country and brazenly killed into the territory of the River Country. The wanton burning, killing and looting in the territory of the River Country, and seized many resources of the River Country in one day, finally relieved the Sand Shinobi village, which was on the verge of despair. Then Cho decided to leave some Sand Shinobi in the River Country to continue plundering, and the remaining Sand Shinobi army entered the Fire Country. Advertisement. Such a fertile territory of the Fire Country has made every Sand Shinobi covetous. The actions of Sand Shinobi in Wind Country were quickly spread throughout the ninja world by spy ninjas from all sides. In Rock Shinobi village in Earth Country, 3rd Tsuchikage Onoki thought calmly, after all, Sand Shinobi took action first. Considering the situation of Sand Shinobi village, it is normal to do so. But should Rock Shinobi also take action? Onoki thought seriously and decided to wait and see the situation. It's okay to wait and see the situation, but we can gather the Rock Shinobi army first, and we have to speed up the collection of supplies. For Tails Jinchuriki must be recalled. So Onoki's order was executed by Rock Shinobi Village, and a messenger eagle flew away. At this moment, Cloud Shinobi in Lightning Country was still ruled by Third Raikage. Third Raikage believed that his strength could defeat all disobedience, and he also thought that this was a good time to expand the land. Send troops, Cloud Shinobi must send troops. Decisively gathered the Cloud Shinobi army and sent troops. So who will Cloud Shinobi fight? Of course, we have to attack Konoha, the land of fire, first. Cloud Shinobi wants to conquer the ninja world, so we have to attack any ninja village in any country. It's just a matter of order. Cloud Shinobi must be invincible. The Third Raikage thought so proudly, and led 3,000 Cloud Shinobi out of the land of lightning, conquered small countries along the way, and arrived at the border of the land of fire. The mist village of the land of water was isolated overseas, and received news much later, but it also responded immediately. The third Mizukage was just having a headache with the increasingly unruly family ninjas, and he could take advantage of this war to consume the power of these family ninjas. Of course, we can't do it too obviously. Anyway, we have to prepare for war with all our strength. At this moment, in Konoha, the land of fire, the sky suddenly rang with the shrill cry of a hawk. The busy Jonin were immediately startled, and immediately dodged and rushed to the Hokage building. Orochimaru and Uchiha Huangguo also heard the voice of the hawk. It looks like war is coming. Huangguo thought of the major event during this period, most likely the Sand Shinobi invading the land of fire. Orochimaru thought it was just Uchiha Huangguo's keen discovery. Since you know about this, go back and prepare first. Orochimaru went to the Hokage building to attend the meeting. Uchiha Huangguo put away the knowledge scroll, went home and prepared various materials, all sealed in the scroll. He looked at the edible ninja ducks raised in the training ground at home. I can't take care of these ninja ducks when I go to the battlefield. Fortunately, the family's ninja duck farm has formed a scale, and it will be easy to buy ducks in the future. Then let's get rid of all these ninja ducks. Huangguo carefully calculated again, a total of more than 900 ninja ducks. Now because of the sealing technique, the 6th treasury immortal thief can eat 30 ninja ducks per meal. These more than 900 can eat at most 10 days, 11 days? Then we need to buy 1,800 ninja ducks from the family. At least we need to have enough food for 30 days. I guess we can return to Konoha once after participating in the 30-day war, and then continue to buy ninja ducks. Uchiha Huangguo thought that he had to eat enough to make the digestive power of the sealing technique Rokiku Immortal Thief be used to the limit. In this way, he would grow better and improve his strength faster. So, Uchiha Huangguo went to find the elder Uchiha Yunlong, who was in charge of the family's ninja duck farm. What? Huangguo, you want to buy 1,800 ninja ducks? One person can't eat so much, right? Huangguo, what are you going to do? Hearing such a large number, Uchiha Yunlong was immediately surprised and asked Huangguo what his plan was. Elder Yunlong, I can actually eat 30 ninja ducks in one meal. Is it a lie? Even those guys from the Akamaike clan only eat more than a dozen ninja ducks in one meal. Huangguo, you are not from the Akamaike clan, how can you have such a big appetite? Uchiha Yunlong said that this was a joke, right? Since Elder Yunlong doesn't believe me, I can perform on the spot. Give me 30 roasted ninja ducks first. Uchiha Huangguo smiled, saying that it was just right for dinner, and eating for free was the happiest thing. Don't force yourself, Huangguo. It's not good to eat badly just to prove your appetite. Uchiha Yunlong was indeed a little panicked, thinking that the young tribesman in front of him was very proud and might force himself to eat out of spite. However, Uchiha Huangguo was determined to get a free meal, so Uchiha Yunlong reluctantly agreed, thinking in his heart how to give Huangguo a way out when he couldn't eat. However, Uchiha Huangguo then ate 30 roasted ninja ducks, and such an amazing appetite stunned Uchiha Yunlong. Could it be that Uchiha Huangguo inherited the blood of the Akamaike clan? Uchiha Yunlong was shocked and thought so in his heart, and even thought about whether Uchiha Huangguo's parents and relatives were really related to the Akamaike clan. In Uchiha Yunlong's impression, the only people in Konoha who have such a large appetite are the Akamaike clan. After thinking about it in vain, he decided that Uchiha Huangguo's appetite must be a natural gift. So he agreed to buy 1,800 ninja ducks. An ordinary duck is about 30 taels, while a ninja duck is more than 300 taels. So 1,800 ninja ducks must cost more than 50,000 taels. Due to Uchiha Huangguo's contribution, Uchiha Yunlong rounded off the amount and only needed to give 50,000 taels. Now Huangguo is not short of money. The 10 million taels rewarded by the family for researching edible ninja ducks still have more than 8 million taels left. Hokage Building, Konoha Jonin Meeting. Third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen rarely brought his pipe, and announced solemnly, "Everyone, the war is coming." According to the intelligence, 3,000 Sand Shinobi broke through the river country and are heading to the border of the fire country. The Cloud Shinobi have invaded the small country with heavy troops and have also come to the border of the fire country. The Mist Shinobi have entered the Whirlpool country to plunder resources, and the Rock Shinobi have stationed troops at the border of the grass country. The situation is so critical that the fire country is in danger. The Konoha shinobi must send troops. Shimura Danzo thought bitterly, I told Sarutobi Hiruzen a long time ago that we should prepare in advance and attack the wind country first when necessary. If we destroy the sand shinobi village with heavy troops, I'm sure the other ninja villages in the ninja world will not dare to besiege the fire country. Konoha had known about the disappearance of the third Kaze cage for a long time. Shimura Danzo wanted to take this opportunity to invade the wind country and destroy the sand shinobi village. But Sarutobi Hiruzen, who claims to be a peace lover, disagreed no matter what. The two of them performed the Sarahai Danzo regret many times in the office, and finally Shimura Danzo was defeated. However, it was too late to say anything now. Sarutobi Hiruzen's indecision and hesitation made Shimura Danzo extremely disappointed. If I were the Hokage of Konoha, I would definitely not let Konoha suffer such a situation. At this moment, Shimura Danzo's will to become Hokage was extremely strong, and Sarutobi Hiruzen pondered for a while and gave the order. Orochimaru, lead 2,000 Konoha shinobi to intercept the sand shinobi soldiers from the river country. Make sure to make the sand shinobi withdraw from the fire country, and it would be best if you can drive the sand shinobi back to the wind country. Of course, this battle still needs to be steady, and the first priority is to protect the border of the fire country. Orochimaru nodded calmly. Jiraiya leads 2,000 Konoha shinobi to repel the Cloud Shinobi troops. Be careful. You only need to repel the Cloud Shinobi's attack. With the style of the Cloud Shinobi, if they can't get anything good from the fire country, they will definitely change their target. Sarutobi Hiruzen understands the bandit style of the Cloud Shinobi very well, and thinks it's okay to divert the trouble to someone else. Jiraiya patted his chest and said that everything was left to him. Sarutobi Hiruzen wanted to raise his hand to smoke his pipe as a conditioned reflex, but found that he didn't bring a pipe. Then consider the Mist Shinobi and Rock Shinobi next. The Rock Shinobi is keeping their troops in place. The cunning Onoki should want to fish in troubled waters and gain the benefits of the fishermen, so just send the corresponding personnel to monitor. The Mist Shinobi must pay special attention, but the most urgent task is to solve the invasion of Sand Shinobi and Cloud Shinobi. Among the many invading ninjas, Sand Shinobi and Cloud Shinobi are the craziest. Danzo and the Root Ninja can monitor the movements of Rock Shinobi and cause trouble for Rock Shinobi when necessary. What about the Mist Ninja? The village has enough troops at the moment, but we need a qualified commander. Originally, Heitake Sakumo was undoubtedly the most suitable, but now he committed suicide due to rumors, and Tsunade also suffers from hemophobia, which makes it difficult to deal with. After thinking about it, Sarutobi Hiruzen thought of Umbu's minister Mitarashi Zixiao. He issued another order. Then the whole Konoha operated like a machine, countless ninjas gathered to form teams, and countless supplies were gathered. Team 8 also received the order to follow Orochimaru to send troops. At about 6 o'clock the next day, thousands of Konoha shinobi walked out of Konoha and then divided their troops to act. Orochimaru led 2,000 Konoha shinobi to the border between the Land of Fire and the Land of Rivers in a ninja rapid march mode. The ninjas were very fast, so it was no problem for them to cross mountains and hills. They drank water when they were thirsty and ate food pills when they were hungry. In 10 hours, they reached the border fortress of the Land of Fire, Kikyo Castle. However, the situation of Kikyo Castle was not optimistic now. The Kikyo mountain outside the city was full of sand shinobi. There were only about 100 Konoha garrison ninjas left in Kikyo Castle. Of the original 300 garrison ninjas, nearly 200 had died in the battle. Those sand shinobi were still cooperating to break into Kikyo Castle. It's not good. These sand shinobi are going to break into Kikyo Castle. If the sand shinobi take Kikyo Castle, it will cost a lot to take it back. Orochimaru thought so heavily in his heart, and planned not to enter Kikyo Castle first, but to divide his troops to attack and kill a wave of sand shinobi. At this moment, the Konoha shinobi in Kikyo Castle used their ninjutsu to throw Kunao Shuriken to intercept the offensive steps of sand shinobi as much as possible. Fire style, Great Fireball Technique. Fire style, Flame Bomb. Shuriken Storm. However, the sand shinobi below were not panicked. 18 sand shinobi holding iron fans stood up together. 3 stars, Kamaidaki Technique. These iron fans blew out 18 storms to form a more violent storm. Looking carefully, these storms seemed like countless vacuum swords, which immediately blew away the ninjutsu and ninja tool offensives of the Kikyo Castle garrison ninjas. This storm also blew many garrison ninjas and made them fall down. Such a scene made the sand shinobi laugh. It's only a matter of time before the useless Konoha shinobi is killed. Sand shinobi will win. After entering Kikyo Castle, I seemed to see countless resources beckoning. Many sand shinobi thought of the resources of the river country, which restored the blood of sand shinobi village. Presumably, the more fertile resources of the fire country can make sand shinobi village rich immediately. The sand shinobi present immediately became murderous when they thought of this. The Konoha garrison ninja of Kikyo Castle was disappointed, but he gritted his teeth and said, "Damn, the ninjutsu was blown out. Never allow the sand shinobi to break Kikyo Castle. For the fire country, for Konoha, I will shed my last drop of blood. In this battle, we will fight to the death." At this moment, Orochimaru looked at the fighting sand shinobi and Konoha garrison ninjas calmly and coldly. If he took action immediately, he could indeed repel the sand shinobi soldiers. But Orochimaru just didn't give the order, and watched the struggle and death of the Kikyo Castle garrison ninja. He just ordered the Konoha shinobi to stay where they were, drink water and eat Bingliang pills to replenish their physical strength. Does Orochimaru want to wipe out the sand shinobi who attacked Kikyo Castle in one fell swoop? But in this case, the Kikyo Castle garrison ninjas will become bait. Uchiha Huangguo immediately deduced Orochimaru's plan. He lamented Orochimaru's ruthlessness and would do anything to win. However, it is understandable that Orochimaru, as the commander of the ninjas, did his best to eliminate the enemy ninjas. In addition, the Konoha shinobi had to face the siege of a group of ninja villages, and at this moment, they tried their best to reduce the combat power of the sand shinobi for the stability of the land of fire. Uchiha Huangguo didn't eat Bingliang pills, but only drank some water. Bingliang pills can be used in emergencies, but they are mainly used to restore physical strength and chakra. Of course, this is for ordinary ninjas. Uchiha Arakawa still has plenty of chakra and stamina. The exquisite chakra control and the fully concentrated breathing mode of the fire breath make Arakawa's chakra and stamina consumption very little. It's just that in the future, it's inevitable that I will encounter things that consume too much chakra and stamina. It seems that I have to study more efficient and side effect-free Bingliang pills. Bingliang pills are a field that Arakawa has completely forgotten. Now I remember it in my heart and try it when I return to the village. About 10 minutes later, about 800 to 900 sand shinobi broke through the gate of Kikyo Castle, and a small number of sand shinobi had already entered the city. Now, kill all the sand shinobi bastards. Orochimaru immediately made a seal and slammed the ground. Summoning technique. The next second, there was a bang, and a large cloud of smoke spread. The huge figure of Wanshi appeared. There are so many ninjas, Orochimaru. We have to give 500 sacrifices this time. No problem, you can eat as many sand shinobi as you want. Orochimaru stood at the head of the 10,000 snakes and gave them directions. The 10,000 snakes twisted their bodies and rushed into the sand shinobi without paying attention. They swallowed 6 or 7 sand shinobi in one gulp and swung their tails to kill many more. 1,000 ninjas threw kunao and shuriken wrapped with detonating tags and other ninja tools, releasing various ninjutsu and rushing to kill the sand shinobi. On the other side, Akamaiki Choza transformed into a giant with expansion jutsu, and besieged Nara Shikaku and Yamanaka High, as well as 1,000 Konoha shinobi. They wanted to keep all the sand shinobi before Kikyo Castle. At this time, various ninjutsu were fired at the same time, kunao and shuriken were flying, and the sound of explosions was endless. Boom, boom, boom. Uchiha Huangguo also released a huge great fireball technique with a diameter of 10 meters, and drew his samurai sword to kill sand shinobi. Oh no, Konoha shinobi reinforcements are coming. Where are they? Where are the Konoha shinobi? On the left? They are all on the left and right. It's over. We are surrounded. Sand shinobi compatriots in front, stop attacking the city. Come back and kill the Konoha shinobi. Why do we hear people calling us from behind? Forget it, don't pay attention. This Kikyo Castle is about to be taken. Kill all the remaining Konoha shinobi in the city. Sand shinobi will win this battle. So at this moment, the sand shinobi soldiers were in chaos. The sand shinobi in the front only knew to attack Kikyo Castle, and the sand shinobi in the back were surrounded and killed by Konoha shinobi from 2 directions. Anko of the 8th Teen Ninja used snake-type ninjutsu to kill people indiscriminately, with shadow snake hands, shadow multi-snake hands, and countless big snakes biting sand shinobi to death one by one. Gentle Fist 8 trigrams 32 palms. Such a powerful gentle fist, with palm shadows all over the sky, instantly killed a sand shinobi chinin. Want to sneak attack me under the gaze of the Byakugan? So naive. Hayagatuko thought coldly and arrogantly, it seems that these sand shinobi don't know all sneak attacks, and they can't hide in front of the power of the Byakugan, and all efforts are useless. 8 trigrams palms revolving heaven. Chakra leaked out smoothly, forming a spherical defense, bang bang bang, and bounced away the 3 sand shinobi who wanted to sneak attack. Fire breathing, full concentration, fire instant body, round dance. Take a deep breath, suddenly flash to the side of a sand shinobi, and a high-temperature flame knife cut off the neck of this sand shinobi. Flying Wheel Yanjian, Sun Turning, Huanri Hong, Uchiha-style Sword Leaping Flame, Uchiha-style Kuanfeng Sword. At this moment, Uchiha Huangguo was at full power, and one sword killed a small sand shinobi. At such a real combat moment, the swordsmanship became more and more exquisite. Soon, under the amazing killing efficiency of Uchiha Huangguo, more than 30 sand shinobi had died under the sword. This naturally attracted the attention of Sand Shinobi Jonin. Looking at his age, is he another Konoha genius? I like to kill geniuses. This is a puppet ninja. When the puppet ninja's fingers moved slightly, 6 puppets rushed from different directions. Uchiha Huangguo calmly looked around at the 6 puppets that came to kill. Puppet ninja? There's no point in fighting these puppets. You have to kill the real body. Fire instant body, dragon nest flash. Uchiha Huangguo disappeared from the spot in the next second, leaving the 6 puppets empty-handed. He flashed to the side of the puppet ninja and chopped it with a secret sword technique. However, there was only a crackling sound, and the puppet ninja actually broke into many wooden limbs on the spot. Ha! This is also a puppet? So is the real body hidden? At this moment, the 6 puppets turned back to kill. Heat perception. Uchiha Huangguo's mind moved slightly, and the power of the heat fruit took effect. The temperature changes within a radius of 100 meters were immediately summarized in his mind. He sensed the temperature of the puppet ninja. It turns out that the real body and the puppet have exchanged. What a cunning puppet ninja. Looking along the sense temperature of the living person, he saw one of the 6 puppets. No matter how hidden, if the enemy is alive, it will inevitably be discovered by Uchiha Huangguo's heat perception. Without hesitation, he teleported to the side of the puppet ninja with a fire instant move, and with a second type Byakugan, the blade of high temperature flame chopped the head of the Sand Shinobi. Killed with one strike. This puppet ninja is easy to kill. The difficulty of puppet ninjas lies in the fact that puppets can ignore some physical damage and can use many difficult to defend mechanisms and poisons. And a skilled puppet ninja can control multiple puppets at the same time. In addition, the uncertainty between the main body and the puppets, if the main body cannot be sensed, it will be attacked. However, Uchiha Huangguo's thermal perception power can sense the temperature of living people, and can accurately distinguish between living people and puppets. In this way, this puppet ninja with Jonin strength was killed by Uchiha Huangguo in one strike before he could exert much of his strength. It can be said that his death was too aggrieved. After chopping the puppet ninja to death, Uchiha Huangguo continued to move his body to kill Sand Shinobi, and cleared the Sand Shinobi in this area in just a few minutes. Such fighting power amazed many Konoha shinobi. At this moment, Sand Shinobi Commander Cho finally reacted and his face suddenly changed. Damn, are all the Sand Shinobi on guard dead? Why didn't they warn us in advance? Those Sand Shinobi on guard were indeed well hidden, but all this was exposed by the Byakugan's perspective perception. This time, Orochimaru brought 8 branch house ninjas from the Hyuga clan. Of course, these Sand Shinobi on guard were found one by one and easily assassinated. Sand Shinobi Cho also knew in his heart that those Sand Shinobi on guard were in danger. Now that he observed the situation on the battlefield, he found that it was not good for Sand Shinobi. Although the number of Sand Shinobi was large, 3,000 Sand Shinobi were originally dispatched, but about 300 Sand Shinobi were left in Kawanakuni to plunder supplies, and Sand Shinobi village was gathering more people to reinforce. But it was obviously too late. The Konoha shinobi were acting with intent and divided their forces to attack the Sand Shinobi from both sides. If this continues, perhaps these thousands of Sand Shinobi will be buried here. All Sand Shinobi retreat. Sand Shinobi Cho immediately issued an order. Sand Shinobi Yekang waved his hand and killed a Konoha shinobi with a scorch style, and said hesitantly, but many Sand Shinobi have entered Kikyo Castle. If we retreat now, those Sand Shinobi compatriots will surely die. While using gold sand to bury some Konoha shinobi, Sand Shinobi Luasha coldly agreed with Sand Shinobi Cho's order. The most urgent task is to make most of the Sand Shinobi break out alive. If all the Sand Shinobi here die in battle, then Sand Shinobi village will have no future. I am also unwilling to give up. Even if the damn Konoha bastards came an hour later, Kikyo Castle would belong to us completely. But for the future of the village, killing the Sand Shinobi in Kikyo Castle is a necessary sacrifice. Yakura, you can't be soft-hearted at such a critical moment. Cho was very satisfied with Luasha's decision. Such a decisive Luasha is just right to lead the village to go further. It's just that Yakura is too soft-hearted. You know, kindness is not good for the army, and this principle also applies to ninjas. For the future of the ninja village, the leader must make difficult decisions. Being soft-hearted will harm more people. It seems that Yakura is not suitable for the position of Kazekage. Cho narrowed her eyes, but she was biased towards who was called the 4th Kazekage. This Sand Shinobi Yakura didn't know that he had no chance of becoming the Kazekage. After a slight hesitation, he finally agreed to retreat and break out. Luasha, use your magnet-style sand gold as the vanguard of the breakout, and the rest of you follow closely. Luasha nodded in response, raised his hands, and the terrifying chakra burst out. Magnet-style golden sand waves. Magnet-style sand gold cube. Boom! Bang bang! Countless gold sand gathered to form a golden ocean, controlled by Luasha to float in the sky and rush to the weak point of the Konoha shinobi encirclement. The huge gold sand cube smashed the head of the 10,000 snakes, It smashed once, and continued to smash. The 10,000 snakes howled in pain. In this way, a gap in the Konoha shinobi encirclement was opened smoothly. Orochimaru immediately deduced and knew the plan of these sand shinobi. Do you want to break out when the situation is not good? 10,000 snakes Luo formation. Tens of thousands of big snakes rushed towards the sand shinobi soldiers who wanted to break out. So many big snakes, so scary. Oh no, this is Lion Majesty, use the antidote quickly. With this move, nearly 100 sand shinobi suffered, seriously slowing down the pace of the breakout and retreat. The 10 Kinmatsu, Scorch-style ninjutsu. Sand shinobi Cho and Yekra did not hold back and killed the invading enemies with all their strength. Rosa, who was standing on the sand mat, was indeed safe and sound, and he also controlled the gold sand to kill the snake. 3 stars, infinite Kama-Itaki technique. The storm that erupted with a bang swept away a large number of snakes, and soon wiped out the snakes along the way. This was the full-scale offensive of the Sand Shinobi Iron Fan Brigade. Scorch style, Oversteam kill. Die. Sand Shinobi Yekra waved his hand back, and several Scorch-style fireballs flew in all directions. It turned several Konoha shinobi who wanted to delay the Sand Shinobi into mummies. This Anko came to the battlefield and killed on a whim. His crazy appearance did kill many Sand Shinobi at the hands of snake-type ninjutsu. I found the signs of Sand Shinobi retreating, and I also came to join in the fun and wanted to kill more Sand Shinobi. With a sneak snake hand, he attacked the retreating Sand Shinobi. However, he was discovered by Sand Shinobi Yekra, who destroyed the snake with a Scorch-style fireball and rushed towards Anko. At such a critical moment, Uchiha Huangwo found out and had an idea. I can take advantage of this opportunity to show Sharingan openly. Others will think that I awakened Sharingan when I saw my friend's death crisis. It is not uncommon for the Uchiha clan to awaken Sharingan when their friends are in mortal danger. So it is reasonable for Uchiha Arakawa to awaken Sharingan in this way, and the fact that she had 2 Megatama Sharingan at the beginning only shows that Uchiha Arakawa is gifted. After thinking it through, Uchiha Arakawa showed excellent acting skills and shouted nervously, "Anko, be careful." After shouting, chakra burst out. A fire flash moved in front of Anko, and a dragon nest flash chopped off the Scorch-style fireball. Then he stared at Sand Shinobi Yekara. "You actually chopped off my Scorch-style fireball? What a wonderful swordsmanship," Sand Shinobi Yekara said in surprise. You know, her Scorch-style fireball is enough to melt steel, and ordinary samurai swords will become scraps if they touch it. This is the first time Yekara has seen a Scorch-style fireball being shattered. A blade burning with fire? What kind of swordsmanship is this? I've never heard of such swordsmanship in the ninja world. The Megatama with both eyes, is that Sharingan, a ninja from the Uchiha clan? He looks very young, and he's a genius ninja. There are so many geniuses in Konoha. It's a pity that we don't have time, otherwise we must kill him. Then Ye Kang jumped away, and Uchiha Huanghuo was still in a defensive posture. Watching Scorch-style Ye Kang walk farther and farther, he relaxed when the heat perception power could no longer detect him. Then he slowly turned around with the knife. "Are you not hurt, Anko?" "Ah, I'm fine, I was almost turned into a mummy by the fireball." Apparently Anko also saw the Konoha shinobi who was turned into a mummy by the Scorch-style fireball. When Anko thought of being turned into a mummy, he felt uncomfortable all over. This way of dying was really ugly. "Thank you very much for your help this time, otherwise I would have become a mummy." "Wait, your eyes." Anko discovered Uchiha's Sharingan. "What happened to my eyes?" Uchiha was still acting. "Aruka, 2 Megatama appeared in each of your eyes, this is Sharingan. You awakened Sharingan." Anko knows about the Sharingan of the Uchiha clan. Anko's father is Mitarashi Shixiao, who is also the minister of Konoha Umbu. He knows many secrets of the ninja world, including the Sharingan of Uchiha. It is normal for his teammate to know about it. Not only Sharingan, but also the power of Hyaga's Byakugan. Anko also asked his father specifically. In Anko's cognition, any Uchiha clan ninja who awakens Sharingan will definitely increase his strength. Damn it, there's already a big gap between my strength and Huanghuo's. Now this guy has awakened Sharingan, isn't the gap even bigger? It can be said that Anko is really jealous at this moment. But suddenly it occurred to her that Uchiha's Sharingan would awaken due to the death of an important person. Doesn't that mean that in Huanghuo's heart, my position is very important? I'm really embarrassed about this. I didn't expect Huanghuo to be such a cold-faced but warm-hearted person. You know, Uchiha Huanghuo usually looks calm and rational. Hee, I almost fooled Huanghuo with this serious face. Anko, who was secretly happy, patted Uchiha Huanghuo's shoulder. Huo, you're so dishonest. If you care about me so much, just say it directly. What do you mean? Ha, my Sharingan awakened? Is this true? Uchiha Huanghuo's acting skills are still online, and he fully shows a happy state of just awakening Sharingan. Uchiha Huang Huo also guessed a little about Anko's misunderstanding of his thoughts. Although it was helpless, it provided evidence for the awakening of the Sharingan, so there was no need to worry about it. At this moment, a large number of Sand Shinobi broke through the gap opened by Luasha with all his strength. Orochimaru and many Konoha Shinobi tried their best to intercept and kill some of them, but in the end, more Sand Shinobi escaped. Give up the pursuit and kill the Sand Shinobi around Kikyo Castle with all your strength. Orochimaru decisively let those Sand Shinobi go, although if he chased them, he would get more results. But since the Sand Shinobi broke through, they could not be completely killed. If he continued to chase them, it would be bad if he was aroused to burn his boats. Originally, Orochimaru's plan was just to kill as many Sand Shinobi troops as possible. Trying to hurt the Sand Shinobi soldiers in one go can buy a lot of time for Konoha. At this moment, the goal has been achieved, and the scene can be cleared safely. Soon, the remaining Sand Shinobi in Kikyo Castle were wiped out by the Konoha Shinobi. Uchiha Huangguo's fire-breathing and swordsmanship shined again. Then it was time to happily pick up the spoils. Compared with the happiness of the Konoha Shinobi, the Sand Shinobi who broke through and retreated were not in a good mood. Cho gathered the living Sand Shinobi and found that there were less than 2,000 troops left. So the siege just now killed nearly 800 Sand Shinobi. Damn Konoha Shinobi, they caused such heavy losses to my Sand Shinobi. Cho, Luasha, and Yekara all gnashed their teeth and cursed Konoha. Damn Konoha dogs, my friend Ryoko was killed, I must kill all the Konoha people with my own hands. We were almost able to take down Kikyo Castle. If it weren't for the cunning Konoha Shinobi's plot, the Sand Shinobi wouldn't necessarily lose this battle. The Konoha people only know how to sneak attack. The Sand Shinobi at the scene cursed angrily, all of them hated the Konoha Shinobi. They looked like they wanted to go back and kill the Konoha Shinobi. Cho and Luasha looked at each other. Cho put away the puppets of the 10 Kinmatsu and said with satisfaction, it seems that Sand Shinobi was not frightened by the Konoha Shinobi. It can be said that the army's morale is available. Luasha also admired the fighting spirit of Sand Shinobi compatriots, nodded in agreement and said, the temporary success or failure is nothing. As long as Sand Shinobi does not give up, they still have the power to win. But yet Kang sighed, it's a pity for those Sand Shinobi who can't break through. Luasha frowned, and Cho said calmly, those Sand Shinobi are heroes of the village, and there is no need to mention this matter again. Cho and Luasha thought that Scorch-style Ye Kang's words at this moment were somewhat inappropriate, which would affect Sand Shinobi's proud revenge. This once again proves Ye Kang's indecision. Such a person must never become a wind shadow. Cho thought that who the fourth Kaze Cage would be was already determined. The fourth Kaze Cage of Sand Shinobi will definitely be Raza, but we have to wait a little longer. Raza's strength is enough, but his achievements are still lacking. In that case, we will return to the Sand Shinobi camp in Kawanakuni first and wait for the subsequent Sand Shinobi reinforcements to arrive before making plans. Having made up her mind, Cho decisively led the Sand Shinobi troops to retreat again and again. In the Hokage building in Konoha, the Land of Fire, the third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen has received the battle reports from all sides. Very good, Orochimaru performed very well. Sarutobi Hiruzen laughed and took a few quick puffs of his pipe. The old smoker was happy that Orochimaru could turn the tide and repel the Sand Shinobi's troops. Mito Kato Homura also relaxed. According to the battle report, when Orochimaru's Konoha Shinobi arrived, Kikyo Castle was almost breached. Fortunately, Orochimaru cleverly divided his troops to siege and successfully repelled the Sand Shinobi. 800 Sand Shinobi were also wiped out. This battle is a model. Unitin Kohara felt a little sorry, it's just that the Sand Shinobi were not completely wiped out. Orochimaru still has to continue fighting. Then he suggested to Sarutobi Hiruzen, otherwise, continue to send troops to Orochimaru and defeat the Sand Shinobi in one go. It's best to drive the Sand Shinobi back to the Kingdom of Wind. She thought that it would be good if the Sand Shinobi surrendered, and then the pressure on Konoha would be reduced sharply. Mito Kato Homura frowned, this is not right. Sand Shinobi only lost 800 soldiers. Although it is heartbreaking, it is not a serious injury. I think the subsequent Sand Shinobi reinforcements will come. It will be good if Orochimaru can hold up the defense. Now Konoha's enemies are not just Sand Shinobi. The village must keep enough ninjas to deal with emergencies. Sarutobi Hiruzen pondered for a while and decided Orochimaru should defend strictly and kill all Sand Shinobi who enter the Land of Fire. Remember not to be greedy and reckless. He sighed in his heart, Orochimaru only needs to maintain the status quo along the way. I also thought of Jireya's Konoha Shinobi who were lucky. When they arrived at the border of the Land of Fire, Cloud Shinobi had not arrived yet, so they had enough time to strengthen the defense. When Cloud Shinobi arrived, what they saw was a fully armed border fortress. It's just that the current 8 Tails Jinchuriki Burabi is too difficult to deal with, and Jiraiya summoning Gamabunta, Gamaken, and Gamahiro to successfully suppress him. The speed and strength of the third Raikage really killed a lot of Konoha shinobi, and Namikaze Minato fought against him with his unskilled Flying Thunder God technique. The Konoha shinobi worked together and finally stabilized the situation. The Konoha shinobi along the way of Mitarashi Zixiao were the most relaxed. The actions of those mist ninjas were very surprising. They did attack the border of the Land of Fire, but they only shouted and killed a few waves, leaving many mist ninja corpses and retreated. But what is more puzzling is that these mist ninjas only burned, killed, and looted in the Land of Whirlpools before, and then there was no movement. They were stationed on the hills of the Land of Whirlpools and delivered a fixed number of heads every day. Mitarashi was puzzled. What's the matter with these mist ninjas? Are they just here to give me credit? Or are they hiding a deeper and more terrifying calculation? He thought the latter was more likely, thinking that perhaps the mist ninjas of the Whirlpool country were just used to confuse people, and the mist ninjas' main force should have come from the coastline of the Fire country. It is a fact that the coastline of the Fire country is too long, and it is impossible to defend it all the way, so it is normal to be exploited. However, Mitarashi sent Konoha shinobi to the seaside of the Fire country to investigate, but did not find any movement of the mist ninjas. It's not a cover, nor a full-scale attack, so what exactly are the mist ninjas planning? Mitarashi was really puzzled, and immediately sent a messenger eagle to inform Konoha of this. If Mitarashi had observed carefully, he would have found that most of these mist ninjas who were going to die were ninjas from the Water Country Ninja Clan. This was the calculation of the third Mizukage. In order to reduce the influence of the village ninja clan, these family ninjas were sent to die. It was just that the way he died was very tactful, and many civilian mist ninjas died, so the family ninjas did not suspect him. No one could have imagined that during the war, Mizukage would take the initiative to reduce the strength of his own village. It can be said that in this war, the family ninjas of the Water Country were badly tricked by the third Mizukage. It depends on when these family ninjas will figure it out. Shimura Danzo led the root ninjas to the Rain Country and found that Rock Shinobi and Cloud Shinobi had gathered a lot of troops here. He also checked the spies of Sand Shinobi. The Rain Country was the main battlefield of the last Ninja World War, so it is normal for the Ninja World War to be noticed by ninjas from all sides. Shimura Danzo immediately contacted the leader of Rain Shinobi village, Hanzo of the Salamander, and confirmed that Hanzo had no intention of participating in this Ninja World War. Shimura Danzo didn't care much about this. It didn't matter whether Hanzo wanted to join the war or not. Anyway, Uzumaki and Cloud Shinobi, who were in the war of the ninja world, could not stay out of it, secretly provoking the conflict between Rock Shinobi and Cloud Shinobi and trying to cause a war between the two had already begun to show results. In Shimura Danzo's opinion, if Rock Shinobi and Cloud Shinobi fought, the pressure on Konoha would be reduced again. Hiruzen, watch it. Even if I'm not Hokage, I will contribute to Konoha. My fire consciousness will not lose to you. At the Kikyo Castle fortress on the border of the Land of Fire, Uchiha Huangguo took the spoils he picked up and observed them carefully. The structure of these puppets is really exquisite, and the mechanisms everywhere are hard to guard against. He sighed slightly and didn't care much about the puppets. For Huangguo, these puppets are just fresh and better than nothing. He is not a professional puppet ninja, so a little research is enough. Perhaps this puppet knowledge can be a blessing for those disabled ninjas. You know, ninja battles are very cruel, and limb amputation is very normal. But disabled ninjas have lost their fighting power, and many of them can hardly maintain their daily lives, which is very pitiful. If these disabled ninjas have puppet limbs, they can restore their superficial bodies. It is not difficult to maintain daily life. Uchiha Huangguo thinks that this matter can be studied, and it should be no problem to learn how to make puppet limbs and cooperate with sealing techniques. There is no rush for this matter, and Huangguo is more interested in chakra lines. One chakra line can actually control a puppet. How is this done? You know, a complete puppet includes the main body, limbs, and head. And the clever puppet ninja can control the puppet's body, limbs, head, and many mechanical weapons with only one chakra line. This time, the learning method of chakra lines was seized, which finally solved Uchiha Huangguo's doubts.